Right. Sorry for being late to the Twitch audience, but we're here for the first game of Concordant. I am super excited to have this game. It's definitely a social experiment, and I'm very interested to see how you guys tackle it. Do you know what? We're not going to do introductions. You guys had a long time to talk, so I'm just going to tell you how the game works, and we're going to throw you right into it, okay? So, first and foremost, every single elimination in this game has to be unanimous. Every single person on here must agree on who goes home. If you do not, you will be punished. Every 30 minutes, a predetermined but unannounced amount of people will be randomly eliminated from the game if you do not eliminate 2 people within that first 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to say that all again. All of you must agree to eliminate 1 player. You have 30 minutes to eliminate 2 players, or I will punish you by randomly eliminating a predetermined but unannounced amount of people. Okay? I thought it would be a lot easier since I'm not on my computer. I thought I'd be able to see you all at once. So it's going to be a little bit harder for me to determine if everybody agrees on something. So does everybody have access to the raise hand feature on Zoom?
I don't think so.
I think you do. Are you saying that because you're mobile?
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, I also need to know how to do it.
It's on reactions.
Reaction? Oh,
I
okay.
only have 2 reactions. I have
yeah,
play
I
time
see it.
and
Thank you,
recognize hand
Krista.
gestures.
Yeah, if
How
you're,
do
if you're on,
you-
if you're on desktop, it's under
how do you
React.
do it on, how do you do it on computer?
It's on React. It'll be the heart icon. So that button right next to share.
Thank you.
Yep.
Also, Michaela posted it that she's here. I don't know.
Oh, let's see.
So real quick, my roommate's watching the challenge. Can anyone hear it or
I
no?
don't see her.
I just
No,
don't want
we're all
anyone to
good.
get. I don't want anyone to get spoiled or anything.
I
All right,
do
is anybody
not need a
still having
spoiler.
problems?
you're good.
Does anybody still have Santi? You can do it. Okay, yeah. Anybody else have an issue using that? Okay, so this is completely up to you guys. This is like, it is a social experiment, and then I'm going to throw you into this, and you're going to determine how it works. But to eliminate somebody, it has to be the topic of the discussion, and we must have everybody have their hand raised when that person is the topic of discussion. Okay? Aside from that, it's completely up to you how you do this. You could eliminate somebody right now and then another person in 29 minutes. Completely up to you guys. But just make sure that you use that raise hand feature so I can see that everybody's agreeing on the person being discussed. Other than that, it's completely in your hands. I'm about to go off if there are no questions, and you won't see me again for 30 minutes.
I have a question.
Okay.
So there's 18 of us, right?
I believe, yes, 18.
Or is it 19 with Michaela? Because Hannah's in here as well, and I don't know if Hannah is.
Anna's not playing. Mac is part of the team. That's 18, yeah.
Or that's
Any
19.
other
Oh,
questions?
yeah, I'm counting you. I'm counting you.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? How do we get this going?
It's up to you, really. You all have to unanimously agree to eliminate 1 person. Each time, every elimination in this game will be either from a randomizer because you've been punished because you didn't eliminate the correct amount of people, or by everybody agreeing.
Is the elimination at the end of the or it needs to happen within the 30 minutes?
You have to have 2 people eliminated within 30 minutes. You can do more too. You could eliminate 5 people in the first 30 minutes, but the minimum is 2, or you'll be punished.
On Twitch.
It seems like the
psychotic, Michael. This is batshit.
Did I agree?
All right. It sounds like there are no more questions, unless
And like we would just base it on anything, like how are we
anything.
gonna? That's like okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
who
what
wants
I'm
to go
gonna
to bed?
I'm pulling out my timer. I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Is
When I turn
anybody
off my camera,
tired?
the time is gonna start. Okay.
Okay.
Jesus, this is like a little.
Wow.
I don't know.
It seems like a Goblin experiment.
I feel like I'm in Saw right now. Like
I feel like I'm in the circle.
Good luck, everybody.
oh my god.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so we have 30 minutes. We can.
Yeah.
We
We
have
have
to
to
eliminate
eliminate
at least
2
2
people.
Yeah.
Nose goes.
Jesus. Oh. What the fuck?
Brandy, put
No.
your finger nose.
Brandy, Stoner, Brandy,
Well, I did mine, but that's I did mine, but then I took it
Randy.
off. I didn't know if you were
Brandy.
serious.
Oh.
Are you saying me, Sky?
You're the.
We did nose goes, and you're the
Gross,
last
I
one.
don't know.
Yeah, Brandy.
Oh, I
You just
can't fucking hear that shit. Whatever. Don't even fuck with me.
How are you supposed to decide?
I guess the
guess-
question, I guess the question should be to the group. Do we want to
Yeah.
fuck around and find out? With the wheel?
Yeah, 'cause that'll just be randomized, and we don't know how
What,
many
just
people-
sit,
Or-
Watch
sit
him just
around,
eliminate. Watch him eliminate all of us at once.
sit around for 30 minutes and do nothing, basically?
Didn't he say this is gonna be a 3 hour? Didn't he say this is gonna be 3 hours?
Yeah.
He also said
To
it
be,
could
but-
be less depending on how we do this.
Depending on how fast we go.
So it's basically we just literally pick people to get eliminated, and that's it.
Because we get like.
So if
30
we go
minutes.
to the wheel, like all our names will be on it, and then they would spin until like a many is eliminated. Or?
No, so
Yeah, we
he
don't
has
know
a
how many.
predetermined number of people that would be eliminated, essentially. So
Yeah,
yeah,
But
so
then we
yes,
don't know
yeah,
those
we
na-
would all be
I
on
think
the
it would
wheel,
have to
and
be
then-
two. I
Then
think
it's out of our
I'm
hands.
confused.
Remember, he
I
also
feel
did-
pretty
he also did,
confident with the wheel. It never picks me.
He also
I mean,
did
I
say
honestly,
the time
I'm
started
gonna
when
be
it went off.
realistic. Like, I just don't. I have a tough time believing we're all gonna agree on one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Does the
Yeah.
person being voted on also have to agree that they're willing to leave? Is that what he means by
Probably
you?
not.
Or 17 to
No,
1.
it
That's
would
why I
be
asked
like
about the.
unanimous, the one person not, right?
What if we did challenges to like decide?
I don't think there
Like
is.
what?
I
Like,
feel
we
like
make
we
up
just
the
did one. We did
challenge.
nose goes. There's
We did those goes, literally.
Nose
It's not a
We
challenge.
can make it interesting.
Like we could do like I'm just thinking like a puzzle or a flip cup.
What if we set up our own wheel?
No, why don't we just go around the
Oh,
horn
no.
and if everybody like raise your hand if you're not willing to vote this person out.
Oh, spicy.
I mean,
But what if we screw ourselves and everybody raises their hand and he takes it as a unanimous vote?
I
Right.
think we need to zoom race.
Well, we could like physically raise our hands.
Oh,
Should
I
we
see.
should we get spicy and do a safety chain?
Or should we just like
Then how do we
risk
determine
it,
who
risk
starts?
it and see what how it
Like if
actually
we
goes?
if somebody has like a wheel or something, we can just
I'm down for that idea. That
I'm
is
down for
pretty
something-
like that's like fair. That's fair, Sky. That is
That's-
fair.
that's kind of spicy.
I
Wait,
don't
what
want to
if
go
we-
around the horn.
A safety chain?
A
So
safety chain? Like
who's
I'm
gonna-
down for it.
We can do that.
Let me
So
just-
like we
Shit,
put
I
like
mean,
everybody's name on it, spin it, and then they start the safety chain.
yeah.
I mean, I can make a wheel right now. I'm on.
I think if
Or
you
should we
made a
do, like-
wheel
should we do,
for
like,
the
Wait,
a
but
first
I think we should,
person
Should we do
we
like
only.
a
all
drag thing?
agree
So
to
if one
this.
person goes,
I
and
think the
drags
first
someone
thing we
out.
should check is does everybody agree to this?
Is everyone okay with the safety chain?
Why don't we just
I
do if
think
someone gets
Chris
eliminated,
is
they drag someone
not
with
here
them?
right now.
Mac, you're not okay with it? You're shaking your head
Oh,
no.
Blake.
Because you could drag as many people as you want with you.
Can we ask for time updates? Because if we're gonna like, we don't even know how much time has already passed, right? Can we ask for time updates?
Someone should have clocked this when we.
All I'm gonna say, if I
it's
get
been
voted
about
out,
2
I'm dragging
minutes.
like half of you guys with me. Just gonna say that. That's how I'm playing it.
Okay.
I'm dragging people.
Well, I
with me.
think we still have to agree though.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, if you all agree to vote me out, I'm dragging you guys out. Some of you guys out.
Oh,
How do you know there's a drag, Blake?
It's our we get to choose. So if it's in our hand, what if I'm getting like eliminated, I could just drag people out since already was.
Are we
unanimous
making up
voting.
rules now or what?
How?
I think we need. I think
like-
if I understood Michael right, we need to unanimously agree on every single person.
I'm just saying, why don't we just do a drag
Well,
thing?
I think what Blake's saying is like maybe a
Why don't we do a
suggestion
drag
is
thing?
whoever's at the bottom of the safety chain takes someone.
Okay,
with
how
them.
many people are there?
I think that's what Blake's saying.
Yeah,
There is-
basically,
That's a good
it'll make it
assumption.
easier
18.
and maybe bring someone
Oh,
with
we're
us.
gonna do it like that?
I mean, first of all, is everybody
Are
in
there
their in
18
a
of us?
house? Like home? Is everybody home?
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
okay, here's a suggestion. Not calling anybody out here, but let's just say whoever's oldest in this whole entire group just called out a random item in the house, and the last person to bring that
No,
item.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'll stop
I
you
don't
right
want to
there.
do that. I
I'll
do not
stop
want
you
to do
right
that.
there.
I mean, because then you're leading it up
I
like you
still
put it
think
on a
we should go
wheel.
around the horn and determine who's
I think
everyone willing to get rid
No,
of.
I'm
I
more
think that
team
there's-
safety chain.
I think
I
there's
agree
no
with-
I
I
way.
just
just
wanna
think
do
safety
safety
chain's
Tyler,
very
so you can't
unfair
do
for
that.
people who don't know people here.
I
That's
think
the only
there's
thing.
I think there's
Yeah.
no way to
Why don't
really
we just
like
risk it and
host a
see how the first
challenge or
round goes?
anything
Let the time roll.
properly.
I
Well,
would
either we
agree with
all if
Alexander.
we're not. I mean, we're not all gonna agree, right?
Yeah.
Like
No.
it's
We
not
could
gonna be-
we could vote for a leader and have the leader, so whoever gets the most votes out of everyone, they get to choose someone, and we do that for each round. Like each person that would get taken out could be potentially an option.
Yeah, but that's
What about
essentially the safety chain.
Yeah, but it's more
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Or the leader could nominate two
Honestly,
people
if
too.
nobody agrees, it could be one of us. So I mean, what are we
Right.
gonna
Right.
I'd much
Well, I
rather
have
do-
everybody on a wheel, so
She's ready.
Mac doesn't want to do a wheel. I keep telling y'all she's shaking her head no.
Mac,
Who?
Mac, why don't you
oh,
want
Mac
to
doesn't want to do.
No, nobody's listening to me.
I was listening.
I'm
I said that was
having
a good
a hard
idea.
time
Sorry,
hearing
I didn't hear. I
everyone.
didn't see you.
I mean, what happens if it's Sky and now we lose our wheel?
What's that? What's that, Michaela?
Don't do me. Don't do me.
Just saying.
I don't really know that many people, and the people that I do know don't really like me, so I know I would not win safety chain, so it's not real. I don't want to do it.
I mean, I feel like only one person would realistically lose, right? Like, I feel like I don't know 80% of the people here, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, Jesus,
Also,
take the wheel.
on the same kind of vein of that, if you're saying that
No
there's already people
disrespect.
here that you think don't like you, would you just want to vote for that person? That could be the ball that could get something rolling done.
Yeah.
Who's the person, Mac?
But my mom, it was. I remember I had this new.
Jesus, let me get my Bible.
Who is it?
No.
Crazy.
Do you have a
No.
I
suggestion?
mean,
Well, I don't know how popular they are, so I don't really want to.
I mean,
Just say it. I mean,
honestly,
at this point, we don't have anything to work off of, so this could get us started.
honestly, and this is nothing against you, Mac, but you don't want to do safety chain, but you also don't want to say who you don't like. So I'm kind of in this like.
No, it's not that I don't like them, it's that I know they don't like me,
Who is
so
they? Who are you talking
I'm
about?
fucked with
Who are
them
you
in this game.
Who are they?
Air it out. Air it
I
out.
mean, we have to start with something here. I'm new, so I
Yeah.
don't know like anybody here.
I
Hey,
honestly
who
think
doesn't
that
like
whoever,
I'm just
Mac?
worried
whoever
that we're
gets the
gonna hit
safety
30
Raise
chain,
minutes
your
without
hand.
we should do a
knowing it.
drag thing.
You know?
We should do a drag thing because he's gonna pick multiple people anyways. We don't know how many people are gonna get eliminated when he
Right. And that's
decides
going to be
them.
randomized.
So what if we could decide by eliminating whoever gets voted out gets to choose another person to
I don't think that would work though, Blake, because then the
So-
group could decide to go against it after the vote out.
My
But
humble
if we don't
opinion-
if we run out of time, he's gonna put a.
I would like to revisit Mac's situation if that's possible.
Right, I want to know
Because
who.
Mac, the majority of the group said yes to safety chain. You said no, but you won't tell us why no.
Well, I mean, I don't know 90% of the people here, so I don't know if I would be picked in a safety chain. And then,
But you're
like,
calling out one specific person. That's what we're trying to get at. Who is that person?
Brandon.
Write out all these things. I'm gonna say I don't have a problem with you. I think we're okay. There's no bad blood.
Oh, I just thought you hated me.
I don't hate anyone in this community. Hate's a strong word. I just think as a 22-year-old, we don't have a lot in common, but I don't dislike you. I'm just neutral.
You say that like I'm 50. I'm 26.
I'm just saying. We've talked before, and we just haven't clicked. But I'm fine with you. I don't. There's no disdain.
I mean, yeah, like just because
Not to
people
be-
don't see eye to eye, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Look at me and Cake. We never see eye to eye, but
We
I have
never
no
see eye
fucking
to
problem
eye.
with her.
Okay, the
Right,
real
yeah,
question
I-
is how much time do we have
Annoying,
left?
not to
Because-
be annoying,
but
but
we won't talk
I
about it.
feel like the safety chain, if it does take place, is gonna take a sweet little time. So I'm in the
So we
mode
gotta
of
hurry.
like Sky, just spin the wheel and we'll
Yeah,
figure,
Sky,
we'll
just
figure
spin
it
the
out.
wheel and get
If
this
someone, honestly, if someone's gonna complain at this point, I'm gonna vouch for them to be voted out
I
because we
mean,
need to
I
do
feel like
something.
I feel like if we have to try something, right? The first round we have to try something.
We're
That's
running
my
out of
thought.
time.
Sky,
anyway, so-
Okay.
turn your
Or leave it up
background
to him,
on.
I'm
right?
going. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Okay. Ignore my background. Don't worry about it. Okay. Sorry if you guys
Big
can't
money.
see it.
You gotta turn your brightness
A
up.
little
left
bit
of
of
it.
I know. Hold
Who
on.
is it? No, oh my
Hold
god,
on,
you're
hold on,
cheating
hold on,
now.
hold on.
Who did it land on?
It's Joey.
Oh, period.
So what is
Yes,
that
Joey.
determining? What did that
You're starting
determine?
the safety.
Congrats,
So you're
Joey.
starting a safety chain.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, my name is Joey. I don't know anybody here. I'm brand new, so I'm from upstate New York. I'm a DJ. We didn't really get to do introductions here, so I played one LRG, and some of my friends mentioned, hey, you guys might want to try some org. So it's my first time doing anything, so I would love to stick around. If you guys will have me. And,
Joey, babe, you're just picking
Joey-
someone we say.
Thank you very much.
You have to pick someone
Wait,
that
yeah,
you
so
already
Joey-
said.
We're running out of time. Like we need
I
to
have a
just.
question real quick.
Wait.
No disrespect, Colleen.
Sorry.
Can you mute, baby? Because we can hear the TV in the background. I could
I
barely
was
hear
gonna
Joey.
say that.
Oh my
back
god,
up.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you
I'm
could hear
gonna.
the TV.
That's okay.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, my bad. I
Should
ran.
we, like, for organizational purposes, just like raise our hand and frame if we're picked so we know who's up for grabs?
Why don't you
Yeah.
turn your camera off?
No.
Camera off? Yeah.
Well,
I
we
don't
can
know if
turn our
we're
cameras off, yeah.
supposed to turn our camera off or not.
I think Michael will stop us if we're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, he
also
will.
writing it down too, if that helps.
Joey, pick
I'm ready.
somebody
I'm
you
ready.
want to say.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I
So
feel like this
um,
game is all up
Okay.
to us.
I'm gonna
It's
pick.
concordant.
I'm gonna pick
Right, it's our own.
You're gonna pick who?
Joe. We have the same name.
Joe,
so.
okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. Thank you. Cool. I am going to pick Brandon.
Oh, I thought you were saying me, you fuck.
Thank you, Joe. I'm looking at y'all's smiles. Okay. I'll pick Colleen.
Thanks, Brandon.
Jesus.
I'll pick. Okay, I'm gonna pick Blake just because I find it cool that him and my childhood friend have the same birthday.
Thank you.
Cute.
I'm gonna pick. Let's do Cake because your name.
Yes, thank you. I am going to pick Brandy.
Love ya. Okay. I will pick Tyler.
Period. I'll pick. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna pick Jodely.
Sorry. Okay. Jesus. Okay. I see. I understand. Yes. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry, quick. I am going to select I'll go with Alexander.
Thank you. I'm gonna pick Sky because she's keeping track, and I feel like that will be fun.
Thank you.
So I don't want to self-sabotage.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pick Santi.
You. And so she doesn't freak out, I'm gonna pick Mac.
Who's left?
Who's even left?
Kenneth, Jordan, and Crystal. Brandon, you were picked.
Krista and Stoney and Luke.
Stoney.
And Luke.
Yes, and Luke.
You all said
Apologize.
everybody's name all at once. Can you raise your hand if you haven't been picked? I only saw Kenneth.
And Crystal.
I had to vote it. I'll go Jordan.
I'm just gonna say it's Krista.
Really well, but oh, Krista, sorry.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and pick I'm gonna pick Kenneth.
Oh, who's left? I feel like it was last.
Stoney, Luke, and Krista.
Oh, beautiful faces. Beautiful face. I will go Luke.
Good luck, Krista.
I'm gonna go with Krista because that's the last name I heard. I'm new here. I don't know you guys, so
All right, no hard feelings.
Good luck to the
guys.
best of you.
Well,
So-
So are we,
I'm a
am
lock
I,
in.
am I dragging somebody? Are we all?
So
agreeing
we
on that, or-
raise our hand.
Yeah, so we raise our hand, so we all
Wait,
agree.
are we agreeing to me dragging somebody or nah?
I
Are
think
we agreeing to you, first of all?
Well, I mean, I hope not, but I was the last one, so like it's up to you guys. You know,
If someone does get voted
fight it.
out, do we still get to talk with them, or are they like removed from the game like immediately?
I would imagine Stoney's gonna
So
be
what
dead.
what
Also,
I
can
heard,
we get, is there, Arir, can we get a time update by chance or no? We just have to keep track of that.
15
14-ish minutes.
Okay,
15
so I think
minutes?
we should,
Okay.
I think we should
Oh
vote
my god,
now.
Krista's timing. Boss move.
I think we should vote
Period.
now so we can spend the second half of the 30 minutes to decide on the second person.
Your vibes were
Do we
activated.
do we wanna allow Stony to drag though?
honestly, I feel like this game is gonna be rigged no matter what decision we do. Because I mean,
I mean,
if he's making us choose who we want to take out, what if like the things that we're doing, certain things that we do could go against us? Because I mean, there is consequences. He did say.
Well, if we all vote the same, we should be fine.
So like, if we're making a safety chain, what if he takes that and goes by that and that's like he?
I think you might be overthinking.
I mean, we won't know until we make a decision, I guess.
I think it's very. I think this is very cut and. I think Michael was very cut and dry in saying kill 2 or more people in 30 minutes and you'll be fine.
So then we
He
do
said
a
kill. He said there's gonna be consequences if they don't vote for the same person. So.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking of the circle,
Yeah.
like the Netflix show right now, where they just go.
Alexander said, "We're gonna murder y'all." What's your address?
So do
Okay, so we're-
do I have any
Okay.
like do I get any like say in what's going on next?
I don't.
next kill,
I don't
or
mind
y'all
my
just-
outfit today, but I would prefer us not.
I'm willing to
Y'all just-
hear you out because we have some time.
Yeah.
Or does anyone want to save me too? That's also an option. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know. Nah, it doesn't matter. Whatever. It sucks.
I think we should listen to Stoney's pitch about dragging somebody.
Yeah.
I think so too. I feel like that's only
Nah, you got it. Nah, it's whatever.
No, because I genuinely feel like that's only
It's gonna
fair.
set our strategy up for the next round, Stoney.
Well, I
so-
mean, I don't want to go home. So like, if I'm not gonna just get blood on my hands.
Right, you don't want to put that out there.
If y'all want to vote me out, whatever.
I'm not voting Sony, so
You're not.
No.
You're not voting on Stony?
no.
Oh.
Is there
I mean,
a
you guys,
better
I mean,
option
you
that
guys, the whole drag thing was my like no matter what, you guys don't want to do the drag thing. So I mean, you guys are being scared.
I
Like,
said I'm agreeing with it. I think
okay,
that-
if
said I wanted to hear it
then
out.
How many people then does he get to decide though? That's the thing.
Yeah. I personally feel like it's only fair. Like if we did a safety chain,
Well,
Same.
they
I
should be
agree
allowed,
with
they
that,
should
but
be
it's
allowed
just
You know
to.
what? There's probably 10 minutes left, so I guess we'll just leave it
Right,
in
we
Michael's
got-
hands,
and
right?
I will say, because like we don't know if Stoney gets eliminated if he's gone. Like, so if he has someone if you have someone you want to drag, you have to say that early before all the votes are in, anyways. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because we don't know if you're gonna get sucked up through the tube.
Like, I mean, we have to roll with the punches here a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're about to be, some of us are about
So,
to be eliminated by a
Blake,
win.
if I can
Yeah, we're about to get
understand,
rolled over.
like, can I understand your strategy really quickly? Because I want to see if it makes sense to me. So hypothetically, we all agree to vote Stoney out. Stoney says, "I want you guys to take out Blake next." Then the group just agrees that that's what we're gonna do, right? We're vote out whoever Stoney picks. Is that how you're saying the drag is gonna work?
Either that, or it shouldn't matter who agrees. Because if he's getting voted out anyways, he should be able to choose who he wants to take out. I mean,
Yes.
regardless, he's gonna be. It's gonna be. He wants a certain
But
amount.
you're
of
saying for
people
the
out.
next round, right?
And no matter
No,
what.
for this round, we have to eliminate two
Yeah.
people within the next 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay,
so he
when,
gets to
when
pick
I'm
who
saying
goes
rounds,
home.
I mean elimination. Stoney would be the first one, and then whoever Stoney picks is the second person. That's what I'm trying to figure out if what Blake is saying by drag.
Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
But we would all have to agree on that person.
The
that-
second person.
On the
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it would be.
Well, we
All
should
right,
be
so you know
able
what,
to
y'all.
agree
All right,
with
so
the
I'm gonna make a
second
pitch.
person
I'm gonna make a
if we're
pitch.
gonna agree with
Can I say
Make a
Stoney.
pitch,
That's only
Stoney.
fair.
Can I say something
ahead.
quick?
Yeah.
I don't want to go home first. So there's some friends in this game that played on 10 gauge for a very long time. So I'm just gonna call them out by
But
name.
not
And if you
bad.
guys want to make a play, we can. Brandon, Alexander, and Tyler. I believe they are a tight three. They've known each other for about 11 years. So if you guys want to make a play, we can make a play right now. If y'all want to vote me out first, that's okay. But those three are tight.
Girl, you're like
Wow.
listing people that I've never like talked to closely ever.
I was on 10 gauge. I was on 10 gauge with him.
I know, and you would know that that's not the case.
I've not been on that page for like 4 years.
No one has, but you guys grew up together. You guys played together. You guys worked
Stoney
together.
said, let's look at
So
the
we do it like
history
that. So
book.
whoever's the last.
Yeah, but
person
I
to
don't-
pick
I
the
don't
safety
want
chain
to.
can
I don't
nominate
really
three
want
people.
to open any bad blood, but Brandon and I were absolutely not on the same page on that website.
I mean, I also do not think I would like me and Viber.
I don't
also
really
wouldn't-
need
Krista,
to
how
go
much
into
time do we have?
specifics.
I think
10
we should,
minutes.
the last person that gets
10
picked
minutes.
should be able to nominate two
Thank you,
people.
Krista.
Where are you getting this
Krista.
nomination from, Blake? We still have to agree on one person.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
I
agree
don't think-
then. So okay, we could keep doing it, but I agree with Stony. I'm gonna go with what Stoney's what he's gonna do. I was like, honestly, this is or let over your pick because this game is big. Yeah.
It's what?
It's the game is in, he said the game is in our own hands, and so it's how we want to play it. It's basically the only thing that agrees is if we agree on
fire
something.
into your
No one's gonna agree on
tentative
anything.
vote.
We're not gonna agree on anything.
except
then
for
it's not
one
gonna be- we're not
person.
going
Is that
to.
what I'm
Yeah.
getting right now?
What?
So we all
Everyone
agreed.
except
We all
for,
agreed to the safety
like-
chain, and then
I agree.
Everybody's
That's what I'm
agreeing
saying.
except for
I'm
one
agreeing with that.
person?
Yes, and then because we didn't agree to Stony picking the second person for us to eliminate, Blake said he's not going to agree to the safety chain vote of voting Stony out.
No, I'm not saying
what do you
that.
think,
Okay,
Sonny?
whatever.
I'm trying to understand
The
your
safety chain
strategy,
is
Blake,
just-
because it's
I'm
not
gonna
making
shut up.
sense to
Let's
me.
just shut up and let's just fucking get this round over because.
Okay, let's not tell me to shut up because I'm literally trying
I
to.
didn't
get
tell you
into
to shut up. I said
discussion.
I'm going to shut up.
Okay,
Maybe you
because
should
I want to hear
listen.
your strategy. I'm trying to figure it out in my head.
No,
It's
I'm not because no one really cares.
I mean, honestly, like I thought we were doing safety chain. I'm fine with Sony dragging.
I'm not
today,
saying
so-
I don't want to do safety chain.
But
I'm
you
saying
said you were fine
I
with it.
obviously did the safety chain, but now are we gonna agree that?
Then what was the
Sony's gonna be
what was
out?
the
We
whole
haven't voted
point
if
then?
we're
Like,
gonna
I'm
vote Stoney out.
I
I'm
mean,
just going
honestly,
with the chain.
Anyone rolls their hand to see if they want Stoney out? No, we have not done that. We're still letting time go down.
Well, because you said no right after.
Because
Everybody
no one-
agreed
no
that
one
you
What
said
is
voted.
no,
what is
Blake.
what is the justification for switching? Like, just
I'm
to
not
fully
switching.
understand.
So are we keeping Stoney or are we voting him out?
We all agreed to vote him out,
I
and
think
then
we
you
can
said
vote
no.
him out.
I think if y'all want the easy route, you take me out. But I think there's friends here that need to be split up.
It's definitely not an easy decision,
we're
but
not
that's a route we all went with.
Or
at
we
the
just
same
let
time.
Maria pick it.
that's just
Wait.
how we. The only reason why
Tony,
is because like that's
hold
how
on,
we
hold on.
agreed.
Can I explain something really
I'm
quickly?
raising my hand
Please.
for Stoney.
Stony, like I understand you calling out Tyler, Brandon, and Alexander, but here's the deal, Stony. Two of them don't have to agree with the rest of us, and we can't do
No.
what you want to do.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm
It's a,
saying,
it's a good plea, but it doesn't work because of the way this
no,
game is set up.
No, if y'all want to vote me out, you vote me out. But y'all know where my head's at. So if you want me to stay, and if maybe that'll help you, just think about
It
it.
can't though because like
Not this
if we
round.
vote out
Obviously,
Tyler,
I think what
Yeah, I'm
Honestly,
saying, I'm
like,
saying this
Alexander
round
just
would be
has to
random. Of
disagree.
course.
This
round
is
would be random.
fine. Honestly, like if I get cut because of this dragging situation because of some stupid website that I didn't like, that's fine. But
Well, I
I'm
want to
saying
drag. I
you
want
can
to drag
unanimously
Tyler.
agree.
If people want to let me drag Tyler, I'm dragging Tyler. But I don't.
Oh, wow.
But you
I'm ready
you
to
all
vote.
Look,
Can we
all right,
vote?
if I go
Can we
home,
vote?
are people going to agree to Tyler going home too?
Sure.
Let's
Drag-
find out.
Yes.
Sure,
I think
let's
that's
drag
important.
who are we raising our hand for right now?
Stoney.
Tony.
Tyler.
We're raising
I think.
our hand for you, bitch.
I don't know. I think personally, if you guys are all willing to vote me out first, then you should wait till the next vote because obviously you have numbers to vote me out anyways. So first we take out who I want
But
to
then we go to a wheel this round.
It doesn't
No, I'm
work.
saying
Tony.
we
You
all
don't
agree to take
understand.
out
It does
Tyler.
not work. All Alexander or Brandon have to do is disagree with the rest of us, and your
Yeah,
strategy
but
does not
if
work.
if they want to prove that they're not with Tyler, they can vote him out right
They're
now.
not going to do that because it doesn't make sense for them numerically. Like I
But we
understand
did
your plea, but it
no,
just
no, no, no,
doesn't
no.
work
It's not
strategy-wise.
even that. It's like we did the whole mental gymnastics of a safety
mean,
chain
raise
just to
your
be like,
hand if
okay,
you wanna
fuck
vote
that,
Stoney.
right?
My
There's
hand
only
has
a
been
couple
up.
left. A lot of people have their hands raised.
Almost everyone has their hands raised.
Jordan, Brandy,
Yeah, obviously
Michaela.
Tyler and see you see
Can we
how
get a
Tyler and
time check?
Alex are literally
Can we
taking
get a
control of the
time check, please?
conversation because they know I'm right. Tyler and Alex doing all the talking. right now.
You're coming for me, bitch. Of
Zachary,
course
It's
I'm
not
voting for
even.
you.
I am coming
not
for you. I know
even-
how you play. You're a very good player, Tyler.
It's not even that you're
Okay,
right.
okay. Y'all.
Hold
We
on.
gotta think. Can we get a time?
I'm voting Stoney.
Krista,
Max,
what's the
you're
time?
the only one. You're the only holdout right
Either way,
now.
it also could be like
It's just the fact that I was
voted for
put on
Stoney.
this.
So
It's
Wait,
the
how
fact
many
that I was
left?
put on the
Come on.
spotlight.
Can we hear
Like,
from the
raise your
people who
hand.
don't have their
Mac,
hands raised,
Mac
please?
and Jordan need to raise their hand.
Can we hear from the people who don't have their hands raised, please?
I know you're
Sorry.
busy.
Sorry, I got a baby in my hand.
Is your hand raised or not? Just
Raise
say
your
verbally.
baby. The baby
Mac,
counts.
raise
Raise
your
the
hand.
baby.
What am I
we're-
raising
we
my
count-
hand
the
for?
baby.
count
Max
Max
Stoney.
and Santi, re-raise your hand, please.
Well, I literally get first boot. Every
No,
fucking
on
Michael
Zoom,
game.
on Zoom, baby, on Zoom.
No, it's my thing is automatic, so I have to hold my hand up for it to raise.
Mm.
Like I don't have the option like everybody else.
Wait, Mac, are you?
somehow, like,
Is your hand
reactions.
raised or no?
There it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, now I have
For
it.
which one?
Mac, is your hand raised or no?
For what?
It's
Just say
about
yes or
Sony.
I
no.
can tell you. Okay, everyone's hand is raised except for Mac and
Yeah.
Stone.
Mac
And Jordan.
And Jordan,
Mac,
your
Mac and Jordan, your hands need to be raised because we have
Jordan's
6 minutes.
hand is raised.
Who's Jordan?
Yeah, you
No,
know,
Jordan's
I
hand
think
is
they need to
raised.
raise it on Zoom.
It has to be in Zoom. It has to be in Zoom.
Yeah.
I can't put it on Zoom right now.
Can you
Look,
say it
I guess we'll
verbally,
see if you
Mac,
guys
so
kick
Arir
out
can hear
Tyler or
you?
not.
It's raised.
Arir, does that count for Max?
Yeah. She can't say
Some
it.
just left the Zoom because we all put our hands up. So is that?
I honestly feel like it's
I would think that counts.
Oh, did
for
he
them.
leave?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he left.
Okay.
We need extra time. Then.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
Can we get a time check?
is that better?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
He did
Oh,
leave.
yeah.
1.5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes.
Oh,
Fine.
cool.
Okay.
So we could all put our hands down
So-
now that Sony's gone, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's one. Yay.
So for this last person,
Krista said 4 minutes left.
Well, technically he left, so that doesn't really count.
Did he leave or
all
did
of
he
our
get
hands were
removed?
raised. All of our hands
Yeah,
were
but
raised.
All of our hands are
Hands
raised.
are
so
raised.
it's gonna
Arir
be
hasn't
out
We
said
of
don't know if
anything on
Arir
camera.
took him out or he left voluntarily.
So
I don't
he
know.
only-
One
he
person down
only
is one
left
person
because
down
we all voted
numerically.
him.
Well, he
That's
didn't
the
know
only
yeah,
reason
but
he
does
on
that
left.
his
count? Don't
face.
you think Arir would come on camera and say something if we voted a person
We,
out?
I don't think so.
He literally said
Arir
that he would come back
He
in 30
He
minutes.
said we're not gonna see him for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are we
Okay,
doing a
how
wheel
much-
or are we gonna vote on somebody else? Because we got 4
How
minutes.
much time do we have left?
We have
I
4
don't
minutes.
know.
I think
minutes.
everybody's
3 minutes
agreeing
and
on
30 seconds
anything.
ish.
Okay, how about this? Kenneth, who do you want? Sky, who do you want? Let's just go in a line. Say a name.
I mean, Mac, if you're not gonna be available here, then
I am available here. That's why I'm here. I'm holding
Well,
the baby
going.
while my
The problem is
husband
going
does
down
I
the line and
understand.
saying 1%. We have to agree on it. So the
yeah, so it
what I'm
doesn't really
getting-
matter what we say.
What I'm getting is we can't make alliances because we all have to agree on something. So I
Exactly.
can't
Right.
say, hey, I'll ride with you until the end. We can't do that. So we either continue to come up with different games to get people voted off, or we
No,
let
so
this last
I'm
2
sad.
minutes
It's like-
ride and we
Sorry,
figure
I'll
out
be a
who
piece of
leaves.
shit. I'll raise my hand for Mac just because her name was brought up and we need to get something going. My apologies.
And we have
I'll
3
do it,
minutes of the
just-
thing.
I'll do it with Alex. Just
Peer
because-
I'll do
pressure.
it just because I don't want to go to a wheel.
As well.
I mean,
You
we
want to
all
go to
have
a
lot of
wheel,
time.
Santi?
I don't.
I don't want
I'm
to go
putting
to a
my
wheel
hand.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I don't want it to be
lie.
RNG.
I'm
It's
gonna
just
be funny.
I-
I think we should go to
I
a
gotta
wheel.
agree with that.
No.
You think what,
Wait,
Brandon?
there's no
I
way
think
that
we should go to a wheel. Like I'm
No,
not
I do
gonna
too.
vote
Two
Mac
minutes
I mean,
left.
if we go to
Brandon,
the wheel,
Oh,
I
be
would
so
have
serious.
no, let me be serious.
Brandon, there's
Because-
2 minutes left. Not even 2 minutes. We
We don't
have
have
to.
time to
Because
do
I'm
another
being
wheel.
targeted for being a mom?
No,
It's
you're not being
kind
That is
targeted
not
for
the
being a
reason.
Absolutely
mom.
not.
I don't think
That's
that.
literally what
Don't
you
say
said.
shit like that. Don't do
That's
that.
literally what you just said.
No, don't put
Honestly,
words in,
I'm a
don't
little
put words in
concerned that it
people's
took you
mouths,
6
Mac.
minutes to find the raise hand function on the first vote, so we may not be
Girl.
able to fit you raising your hand. in the
Okay,
second.
come on. If we're gonna raise our hands and
Yeah.
get this done and not have
We're not
election-
gonna do it. Brandon doesn't want to do it. So he wants
Is that
to
a
go.
hard,
I
Brandon? You're
kinda
not
feel-
doing
I-
it, no matter what?
Cool. And if we go to a wheel, I hope you leave. So perfect.
Wait, then why don't we just do Brandon?
I
Why don't we
vote.
do
I vote Brandon then.
Mac, will
Okay,
you go,
I mean,
Brandon?
I'll gladly do Brandon, but I don't think.
I
All right, let's
vote
do Brandon.
Brandon.
Everyone,
Mac, will
Gladly
you go,
do
Brandon?
me.
Do you want to go to a wheel?
I'm not doing a wheel. I'd vote Brandon and just get.
okay, let's just do Brandon.
Brandon,
Since
Should we
Brandon
do
doesn't
that?
want to be a team player.
Are we doing
No, we
that?
see where this is
Yep.
going, though.
Well, Joe,
At least some of
Okay.
us.
Brandon,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
Jordan,
doing
Fair.
that.
So what? Everybody else gets to say input and he doesn't?
That's why I'm
Because
saying
he's
I'm
agreeing
the
with
one
I'm
everyone
not
else.
doing that.
Well,
I
I
don't
got
wanna go
yelled
to
but
a
at.
Brandy,
wheel.
do
I
you
got
want to
yelled
go to
at,
a wheel too?
for
I'm
not
down
doing one
for
of the
it.
safety
We have
things.
two. We have 2
Cool.
minutes. We
It
have
kind
2
of
minutes.
just seems.
The wheel takes
talk
too
We're going
long.
to a wheel, y'all. This is
nature.
it. Like,
Santi
Gonna-
doesn't want to do the wheel. I don't want to do the
Okay.
wheel. It takes too long.
Why
We
can't
get
we
it.
just vote? Why can't
We
we
don't
just
have
vote?
enough
Why
time
we
for the
separate-
wheel. guys.
No, because
think that's
they would
the-
rather go to
something
a wheel.
Yeah, that's
There's
the
one-
difficulty
Right,
of
We
this
literally,
game, I
I've
suppose.
Okay.
so
30 seconds,
Literally,
y'all.
we are-
Everybody
a
raise
bunch
your
of
hand
us
for
are-
Brandon.
Random.
It is very,
weird.
you know, it
I just
doesn't
wish we
slide by
didn't
me
take so
that
long for the
Brandon
first
did
one. That's
agree
all.
to eliminate the one
Brandy, can
person
you
that
raise
put
your
his
hand for
name out
Brandon, or
there,
we're
and
going
then
to a
it's like,
wheel?
no, I want
Alex,
it to
can
be
you raise your hand?
real.
Scott,
So
can you
that
raise
was
your
like,
hand?
Raise your hand, Brandy. Joey, can you
Brandy's
raise
not gonna raise her
Okay, like,
hand.
can you
We have
physically
like
like
20
elbow or
seconds.
something?
It is either us.
you're
It's
on mute,
either
Krista.
Brandon or us.
What do
It's
you mean
literally-
Branson or us?
And
I'm
honestly,
just saying, I think it's
the people
Sky
unfair.
Rock.
that make
The
it
thing is, the
difficult,
minute
A
I
bunch
the
of
people
us
that
are
make
about
it
to be
difficult to
voted out.
vote should be the next vote
it is
round for next
seemingly
like
like
A bunch of us are about to be
issue.
voted out. That's the thing.
But the
Party
thing is,
City.
agreed on.
I'm having a
properly.
great
This
time.
isn't just thrown out there. Like it needs to be more.
It's no shade, but like
It's
we're
just
trying to get this done.
concordance. Like we need to
I
come up with
understand.
a.
All right, guys, that was the 30 minutes. It was very interesting to watch. I'm impressed that you guys came up with one, so good job on that. But you did not meet the goal. So I'm gonna have to do this a little awkwardly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you all on a list randomizer. I'm even gonna screen record it, and I'll show you proof after. But I'm gonna go directly from this app over to the list randomizer, and we'll go from there. Also, a couple things I want to say, just since I was kind of listening to all that. First and foremost, I should have even mentioned this at the top. I was going to wait a little later in the game, but I'm going to tell you now. You want to play this game. You don't want to let the wheel play for you, because those punishments will add up, and there's an opportunity for everybody to lose this game. We want a winner tonight. I want a winner. Maybe y'all don't, but just want to warn you about that. These punishments do get worse, and I would consider playing the game. All right.
That's what I tried telling y'all, but y'all don't want to fucking listen.
Baby, what punishment could be worse than instantly getting eliminated? Are we gonna have to pay him? I use Canadian like dollars. Like I don't have anything to give to it.
Lemon, watch it be like at least 5 of us go home.
I told you it was
Baby,
rigged.
PayPal.
That's why the dragon thing is
And
rigged.
to that I say,
because people don't want
Jesus,
to play.
take the wheel. We can't
Like,
change
some of y'all are really fucking
Michael, I
dumb.
hope you don't see peace for this, really.
Do we still not get told the number?
All right. I do have the two names. Oh, my shit froze. Can y'all hear me? I can't even see you. There we go.
Yes.
Yes, we hear you.
All right. So what I'm going to do now, just to keep it dramatic, I'm just going to remove the two people it chose, and then I'll send the video in the chat for you guys to see, and then we'll go right into the next 30 minutes. So here we go. Your next 30 minutes starts right now.
Who
Good
was
luck.
it?
Why am I?
Wait, it was Jodely?
It was
Wait,
totally.
wait. Michael, how many do we have to get rid of? One or two?
It was Jodely and Joey?
Yes. Michael, how many do we have to get rid of?
Oh, Joey was snubbed.
Two.
I think it's two every 30 minutes.
That is
Honestly, poor Joey.
Yeah,
no,
that's
they
a
did
rough
not
way to
deserve
go.
that. They didn't deserve that. No, I
Okay,
know.
so group.
Okay, well, we can't go back to the wheel. Does
Yeah.
anybody like have like a deck of cards, like
I have a
high
deck
or
of cards.
lower?
I have a deck of cards.
I don't know.
I
It's just a suggestion.
I can go my
I would
game
just say to
plus.
the group that Brandon is responsible for this.
Hey! I was the most vocal. But
Yeah,
that doesn't
Brandon,
mean
Remember
you
what
were-
I said that whoever
Hold on.
had
And just because
And
I wanted,
Jordan
I
and
vote
the thing
Brandon.
is, on see the
and
thing is, I
Michaela.
just
has
wanted
the
to
timer?
vocalize. I just feel like
I got a
people,
timer.
we should do it in a game, a fair, like something. Like it's
Okay,
not
but
just.
you're the reason
This
why
game
two
is
people.
not
I'm not the
fair.
reason. And something is, I'm not the reason. Just because
Yes,
I
you
wanted
are.
to be. No, because just because I wanted to vocalize myself when other people probably thought the same thing is
I
not
agree.
just
Okay,
when
well,
you-
it's fine to vocalize yourself. However, this is a game where we get to decide and we have to eliminate at least 2 people.
I
Now
think-
you
Let's
just
do
got
it.
somebody eliminated who didn't
Well,
even get
poor
to
them,
vocalize.
and you would be
So
happy too because they
congratulations.
all came on, and you were
Congratulations.
closer to winning.
I think
I'm
that
raising
there's
my
a
hand.
difference.
putting everything on
I
Brandon
think there's a
now.
difference between like vocalizing your opinion and like saying, actually, no, I don't want to do that when like 15 people already have their hands up.
Well, intentional.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm
I-
voting for Brandon. Raise your hand if you want to, Brandon.
We could
Because
play it
just
fair. We could do
saying-
higher, lower. We could do a
I mean, we can buy
rock,
time.
paper, scissors. But you can
We could do higher lower after this, but you were the reason why 2 people.
Okay,
We
why are
lost
you
an
all
extra
putting it
person.
on Brandon though?
Because Brandon was the
Well,
reason.
you
why-
can go next. It's not Brandon. I'm gonna like this
Who's
is
the most
not
vocal? That's where my reasoning is.
because if you talk, you're consequented. So
Yeah,
everyone's just
everybody
gonna
just
be
raise their hand for
quiet,
Brandon.
Oh,
and
I
they're
think
not
that
gonna.
there's a
do
lot
them.
of
vocal
All
against
had
the
our
group.
hands
I've been
think
very
that there's a lot
quiet.
of
The minute I
people.
want to talk, it's like I'm in trouble. So
No, no.
everyone's gonna be quiet, and then not want
I
to talk, so they don't
think
get in trouble, and then get voted.
I
Alex,
think
and this
that
is the
there's
thing. Why is it? Why
Are you
is it
drunk,
so
Brandon?
anti?
Because the problem is we lost an extra person because the decision wasn't made, and
We
now it should be
lost
4
two
people
that
now.
we lost 2 that literally
Yeah,
we did
Why
not.
are we?
just
Why are we
saying.
upset that people left? Like
I'm just
sorry.
saying
Because
that
we
like
wanna
we
win.
we had an idea, we had a name, we said we're all agreeing on voting them with 2 minutes to go. We had time pressure and like half this chat, more than half of this chat had their hand raised, and that's when you vocalized. Actually,
And
don't
he
want to
got
do
safe,
that.
and then the other people left.
You know who we haven't heard of? Jordan, what do you think?
Oh, stop.
You know,
I'm shuffling my cards for higher lower for the next
Hold
person.
on, let Jordan speak, please.
He froze.
Did he?
Oh no.
Not
He has
that
a lot
timing.
to say. He's
He
got a lot
does.
to say.
Brain freeze.
Okay, Jordan's back.
There he's back.
What I'm confused of is you
Yeah, we
guys
can hear
said
you.
like 15 people said yes. So you guys are kind of trying to force Brandon into saying you have to
I
go
just
with
want
the
to see what
majority.
Jordan has to say, though.
yeah. I mean, I will agree with everyone about Brandon speaking up like 2 minutes before. Like, why would you speak up at that time? Like, speak up further. But we're all new to this, but like that's kind of something I went for and kind of like heard. So that's where I'm going for. So my vote's for Brandon as well.
Well, I had
Michaela,
what?
I
I
just
had less
wanna-
than a minute to speak. It wasn't like I.
And then,
Brandon, hold
Mac,
on one
what were you
second.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mac,
but-
can we? What were you saying, Mac?
I'm just like you guys say a name and then you guys are putting all this pressure on Brandon because he voiced that he didn't want to do it. And you're
Because
mad
it
at
was
him
a
and saying,
minute left.
okay,
Anyone can
So-
experience that pressure.
Wait, let Mac
Can I
talk.
explain this? Can
Hey,
I
can we let
explain
Mac
this
finish, please? Can we
calmly?
let Mac finish real quick?
Yeah.
She's really been trying to
Sorry.
clarify. Sorry. Go ahead, Mac.
I hear what she's saying. So I just want
I
to
haven't
explain
got
to
to hear
her
what she's
that
saying.
like
I'm
so
still trying to
basically
figure it out.
basically Mac is confused about why we are upset at like Brandon for expressing an opinion that goes against the grain. And so Mac, the reason for that is that this game every vote has to be unanimous, and if the vote is not unanimous, that's when we're in danger. So everyone has to agree or it's not going to work. And so that's why it's a little controversial that Brandon decided to go against the grain,
And
because
save
we
you.
all have to agree.
I'm gonna say this,
Okay.
Mac. I'm not gonna ever vote you. If you never vote me, let's keep going to the wheel,
You're
and
gonna
then
be going home anyway, so there's
well,
no.
then
You're
the
going
wheel will
home.
I
decide
can
that.
But
tell
that's
you
a
right
problem.
now, I
You
do
can't
not want to
make
go
an
to another
alliance.
wheel.
Well,
You
I'm
can't
not
make
voting.
an
I'm not
alliance.
voting Mac. If Mac doesn't vote me, then we'll go to a
Mac, put
wheel.
You
put your
can't.
hand
That's
We can vote both of you, and you guys can both go.
And then
That's
the
the
wheel
problem.
looks to
We're just gonna
decide.
lose an extra
The wheel
As
will
soon as
decide.
you guys listen, as soon as an
Okay.
alliance is formed, it goes to Mike, and we're screwed.
Because we failed.
I
We had to
will
vote
Oh,
agree
I'm not
with
Because
voting
Mike
what
Mac.
there.
Brandon, no,
Yeah.
because what Brandon is saying
Can
is
we
that if neither one of them vote for either one, we cannot vote for them because we're
We're
gonna
done.
automatically go to
can
the
we
wheel.
try something? Can
So
we
that's why we
try
vote
something?
one out.
Can we
Can we just say both names?
I'm
yeah,
just gonna.
can
I'll
we
raise
can
We
my
have
we
to
hand
put
for
vote two
both
one.
people
of them?
out. We have to
Done.
Can
vote
we
two
put
people
We have
out.
to
both
pick
of them up
two.
for elimination and all except for them vote for them?
Try it.
can
Yeah,
I
let's just
speak
do
at
that. So that
all or
Mac and Brandon.
Mac
You
and
can say
and
it. You
Brandon.
can
Brandon.
Wait, who?
Mac and
Mac and
Brandon.
Brandon.
We're gonna try to see if this works.
Mac and Brandon.
We'll see.
Oh
If it
shit.
works, it works. But
Well, 'cause that's why we
I'm still
failed the
shuffling.
first
I
time. We
just
voted
think
second time.
that if you vocalize, you get consequences. And
Y'all can tell me
Colleen,
when to
I
stop
think
shuffling.
that Blake has voiced his opinion very loudly. I think Sky has voiced her opinion very loudly. I think Cake
I've been
has
trying
voiced her
to voice
opinion
my
very loudly.
opinion, but nobody will let me speak.
We've been letting you speak.
We've been
We're
letting you
listening to
speak.
you.
No,
we said
everybody's
that.
interrupting me. I can't speak.
We said the
Colleen, are
reason
you
why
not
we're
raising your hand?
Colleen, are you raising your hand?
Yeah, okay, yeah. One
Is
second.
Blake raising his
Just
hand?
because this game is this
Okay.
game is all about voting as one, I need to stay to that concept of the game, right? So I am
Yep.
so I love okay, but yeah, okay.
See, now you guys are making Colleen upset.
Bye,
bye.
Mac.
It's okay.
Santi, can
Bye.
you re-raise your hand,
That
Santi?
I love both
Goodbye,
of you. That's all.
everyone. Like,
Oh my gosh, imagine. Does that work?
Does this work?
We eliminated 2 people?
Mac and Brandon over here? Does it work?
Is that how that works? We have to eliminate
Chris.
No, that's yeah. I don't think it worked.
Nope.
No, because Mac would have to vote for Brandon and Brandon would have to vote for Mac.
Mac,
We're
can you just vote
basically
Mac?
being held hostage now for.
the thing is, Mac, even if you vote me, they're just gonna vote you next round.
I
mean,
know.
there's
I
no
know.
point. Let's
Mac,
just play the
Mac,
game.
You don't know that. We could say that we're gonna
Yeah,
vote her
what
out,
if we
and then
agree
can
not to vote you,
out,
Mac,
you
and
out,
we will
and
listen to
vote
whatever we will play
Y'all are
the
awesome.
game.
I mean, to be fair,
however
Brandon's name
Mac
was
in the
on
next
all of
round.
our
You can create
on
the
our
rules in the
minds
next
first.
round, Mac. How about that? Does the group
Right.
agree to that?
I
didn't
didn't
hear
catch that
anything you
because
said,
everybody's
Santi.
talking.
Oh, what I said, Mac, is if you agree with the group and vote out Brandon so that you're not the next target, we will all agree that you can create the game for the next round for us to figure out who to eliminate.
And what happens in 2 rounds or 3 rounds? Like, be for real.
We play
You
it
all
out.
don't know.
We play
That's
it
not
out.
that's not for you to worry about because you won't be here.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right. You're right.
Well, will
I
you
mean, I feel
consider
like
that, Mac, or no?
Do it,
I do
Mac.
think Mac got dragged into it with that whole deal, so like it is technically not her fault.
I was just trying to ask a question and everybody started talking over me without me even asking my question.
Ask
Can we
a
hear your question?
question.
Because I've really been wanting to hear it for like 10 minutes.
I mean, like everybody, you all said me, and when Brandon voiced, he wasn't okay with that, everybody put it on him that 2 people were evicted, but I heard multiple people say, well, then we'll just let it go to a wheel. We'll just let it go to a wheel. But nobody was listening to him speak, and you guys were just mad at him. He didn't go with the
We didn't
majority.
have, honey, the problem is we didn't have time to listen to what he had to say. We were literally down to seconds.
And I
Well-
don't think he was saying it to save you, Mac. I think he was
I
saying
did
to
it-
fuck around and find out. With
I wasn't
like,
fuck
that's the
around and
impression
find
I
out.
got.
It
He
was
was
just
not trying to
There's
save
a
you.
difference. Like, it's a difference if he's like, I'm not voting my
If he
friend
was trying
out.
to
I'm not
save
voting
you,
this
literally
person out.
fair
He
said
literally said at the
decision with the
beginning, I want to go to a
competition,
wheel.
and these
I want to see what
bitches are
happens with
He
the
was
wheel.
trying to get
trying
your
to
votes
get
and
you
not
to
get
try
him
to
so
turn
good
on
You know
that
me.
you
what,
could
Brandon? You
And we
have
can
no
go,
problem. You
Scott.
have
No,
no problems with the safety chain, so
Maybe
shut
drink
up.
some water.
and I
Some
was fine
water.
with the
have
safety
no
chain because it was a
problems
fair
competing with the safety chain.
competition. Just like
Yeah.
a
When there's 2
competition like
minutes
fair
left, when there's
fold.
2 minutes
Like
left,
a
let's
competition like of
Oh, it's
Flip
okay.
Cup.
They
Think
want to go
about it,
to a
girl.
wheel,
That's
and
why
that's
Let's
he
go to a
fine.
wanted it to
wheel,
work
or we
with
could
you
vote
so that you
someone
wouldn't vote
else.
him.
Because
You're
right now
already,
I'm
we're
down to
voting
vote
you
someone
anyways,
else. I'm just
Brandon.
not
Brandon,
voting
just
Mac.
shut up.
And
Shut up.
vote me then. Let's see what happens.
You're already getting
Again,
voted. You're the number 1 vote.
We can't. Mac has to decide. Mac is the one.
Mac,
is the
why won't
deciding
you,
vote here.
Mac, why won't you do Brandon?
Why is it on Brandon? Why are we deciding
Because
Brandon?
Brandon did it when there was
He's
a
Because
minute
if
wasting our
we
left.
time.
don't
He's
vote
wasting
No,
our
because
time.
Brandon,
And 2
I
people
feel
are
Mac, can
like
I
maybe
can I
Mac feels
Mac,
like
can I break it down to you
Mac
really
feels
quickly?
like she is safe here. She's in the game because Brandon didn't vote with y'all, and Mac would have been gone if Brandon didn't do that.
Yeah, but Brandon didn't do it for Mac. That's the problem.
you're not reading
Brandon,
my brain,
No,
honey.
because
Bitch,
Brandon,
you don't
if you
even
would have
read,
spoke up before,
You
period.
said
So
it.
I don't
Oh.
even
Oh,
know
we're gonna
why.
finish
Brandon,
Oh,
you
okay.
said it with your
I
voice.
get
because
into
this one
this.
just keeps talking and
Like,
yelling. So
you're
Brandon,
wasting our time.
Brandon, you
And
did
we're
say
wasting-
before you
We
spoke
lost.
up that you wanted to fuck around and find out.
I never
We
said
lost
the
2
words fuck
people that
around and
wanted to
find out.
yes,
play.
you
Yes,
did.
you
I
did,
want
and
to
we can
play
roll
as
the
much as
tapes
Mac
after
wants
the
to
game.
play. So let's
Yeah.
play. And I'm playing right now by being with Mac.
So
Like,
Mac,
Okay,
But
that's why.
being with
basically,
Mac screws all of us. All
Right.
you can't have an
basically-
alliance.
So you're doing what you did the first
basically,
round. Fucking so-
basically the problem is that we like there was it's just happened. It wasn't a personal we hate Mac situation. It was just like someone threw the name out and we all have to unanimously agree on a name. And that was just the situation we were confronted with. People didn't just vote Mac to vote Mac.
mean,
It's vote
honestly,
Mac because someone said so and we had 2 minutes.
I'm
this is
playing
the same
devil's
person
advocate.
that
No,
said, yeah, Tyler,
I'm playing
go.
devil's advocate to this, and like honestly, like as much as I want it to be unanimous, like if I'm Mac, I wouldn't vote Brandon this round. It doesn't make sense. Like
I honestly think Brandon's trying to play that game where he's gonna, if we decided to switch the vote to Mac, he's gonna vote Mac. So then she goes, and then
I'm never voting Mac in this game.
okay, yeah, you want to fuck
So
around?
then
and
we
find out that-
basically, if Brandon
You
doesn't
just
vote
want
Mac,
her
Mac
not to
doesn't
vote
vote
you.
Brandon, we're in a hostage situation until the wheel takes one of them out. Is what's gonna happen.
But
Yeah.
what if it doesn't?
You're
What if
already
it
playing a
doesn't?
shady game.
Right,
anyways,
exactly.
Brandon, so get the
Screwed.
fuck out of this game. like
You know what? Let's
he
play
said-
higher.
he said the
you know what?
consequences
You know
get
what? I have an
worse.
idea.
Timer's about to go
Fire
off.
alarm is
Wait,
not gonna
wait,
work at
wait,
this
wait,
point.
wait.
That would
Everyone-
work round one, but not
Time out,
not
time out,
anymore.
time out. Brandon, you want to play competition? Because I got higher lower. I've been shuffling for the past 15 minutes. Come on.
Hey, Brandon and
Okay.
Michaela, then you because you two want to be in an alliance together, rock, paper, scissors it out. Whoever loses,
Oh.
I'm not
you gotta
playing
vote
a
for the
comp
other.
against Matt.
Okay, can I say
wait,
something?
You're doing
Yes, please
that
let
thing
Max
for the
speak,
group.
y'all. Please
No,
let
we
Max
don't.
speak.
I have
Your
tried to
way or the
interject.
fucking highway, bud.
Because it's gonna be me or
Brandy,
Matt.
can
I
we
say I'll
let Max
vote
speak,
someone else.
please? Can
It's
we
gonna
let
be
Max
you.
I'll
It
speak?
could
vote
be one of
someone
us.
else.
And if
I'll
one of
vote
us
someone
gets
else.
kicked out because of your dumb
Also-
decision and not wanting to
Yeah,
vote.
Krista keeps trying to speak, and everyone's talking over her.
Sorry, Krista.
So I know that, you know, the whole thread of conscious, or like the thread of thought, right, with Brandon bringing this up at the last minute, and then they're making this case to you, Mac. I tried to also bring that up, and that was happening slightly prior. The reason why we lost a lot of that time was because that safety chain situation was all of a sudden flipped on its head, because someone that is still here decided at the last minute, well, actually, I don't want to do the safety chain anymore, after someone who already previously said we did the physical and emotional labor of going through the chain after we all agreed. So if we are voting people out who are not sticking to the group unanimous collective vibe, like that happened both from Blake and from Brandon. And I'm not trying to like put heat on you, you know, all of a sudden now, Blake, but I'm just saying, if that is your guys' point and we're talking about collective group choice, both of you guys tried to flip it after we all agreed on
But I'm not
something at
flipping
the
it.
last minute.
Actually, I'm not flipping it. I went with you guys and I was making a suggestion. So I'm not going against what you guys are
So
doing.
are we playing
So-
higher lower or not? Because I've been shuffling these
Girl,
cards.
I don't think that's
they
working
won't.
anymore.
They
Girl,
won't do it.
I'm fully.
But if you're gonna
I'm
have
just
my, if
trying
you're
to
gonna come
point
at my,
out,
if
like,
you're gonna come at me, then I'm gonna come for you
through
then.
thread.
So if you, if
No,
anyone comes for
there's
me,
just
then
a through
I'm
thread
happy.
of what everyone was
Yeah,
saying.
but
tonight.
you see, I
So-
went with the group. I was just having a suggestion and stuff like that. I completely am not going against it. So
Then maybe that was me
So
mishearing what you're
basically,
saying.
Yeah,
I just
maybe
thought you
you're
were
over
saying.
here
for 20
overthinking.
minutes.
Damn.
We're gonna stay here for another 20 minutes until the wheel takes out 2
I
minutes.
already said my Brandon and
I wish we had 20 minutes.
I'm
but
just
we
trying
don't.
to break up this situation that's
All right.
obviously becoming stagnant
What's our
with the
time?
Michaela and
But my
Brandon.
situation,
Michaela,
I've been
14,
with the guy, the group is
58
going
14
anyway,
minutes left.
so I haven't gone
Brandon,
against the
I have a
group.
question
Guys
for
have
you.
15 minutes.
I haven't gone against the group.
Since you're already on everybody's shit list, if you won't vote Michaela, who will you vote for? And maybe the group can come to that consensus.
Really?
I'll vote for Sky. I'll vote Sky.
Why?
I'll vote Sky.
Because Sky
Of course you will.
tries to talk all this talk, but doesn't even make coherent sentences sometimes. And honestly,
Girl,
she's
you're
pisses me
slurring as you
off.
speak right now.
I
Stop,
just,
please.
I'm sober, I'm happy, and
Okay.
I'm voting Sky. And you can vote me again, or we can vote Sky.
Does anybody else want to do Sky?
I
No.
would be against that because I think Sky is openly advocating for groupthink.
I'm fine with the group thing. I felt it
Oh,
was
you're clearly
unfair.
not. You won't vote for Mac.
I felt it was unfair how we did it previously when Alex went out of his way to go, well, we have enough time left, so I'm just voting Mac. Like, that's what occurred.
That
I
was not his
saw it.
justification.
I
It was
witnessed
not his
it. It was
justification.
because the time was about to end. It was because the time was about to end.
Because you're
And
fucking
we
the game
Brandon,
up.
we
That's
could
what you're
sit
doing.
Were
here
you
and
not paying
then
attention?
vote Sky.
Brandon,
I
the
said-
reason the
I
time got
said there were
delayed so
2
long is
minutes.
because you were asking Mac to raise her hand, or if she was raising her hand or not, which is not her fault because she was being
Wasn't
a
her
parent.
fault.
It's not her fault because she was being a parent, but that caused the delay in how we answered the first round.
I'm gonna go piss girls.
Oh, that's what you were gonna say. I thought it was important.
I'm just
You're
gonna
talking about
follow
your
Tyler
Tyler.
because maybe I'll rejoin to a healthier discussion.
I mean, I feel like
At
if
this
we
point.
vote Brandon out, I'm just next. So why would I want to vote Brandon out?
I'm telling you right now, Mac.
We
if the
already
group
we
comes to
told you
you,
who could have
Not
picked
you.
the.
Mac,
We
if the
all are
group
a
comes to the
group.
consensus to vote you out in the next round, I will disagree. And I've offered, and a lot of the
Same.
group agreed
I agree
that
as well.
they would let you
I
pick
agree.
Mac, I'm
how
not
we
going to put
decide
you
the
out.
next person in the next
to
round.
do Brandon.
All we're asking is in this round, you vote with us to get out Brandon. I am saying publicly, and if it gets me in trouble, it gets me in trouble, that I will not go with the group's decision if they choose to vote you out.
I stand with that.
For
I
the
stand
next round, right?
Yes.
For the next round, yes. I feel like we have to shoot this round by round because we have no idea what
Yeah,
Michael
I mean, we
Who's
still we
next
have
if
to
it's not me?
eliminate 2 people.
Who's
Do what?
next if it's not
Okay,
me?
so this is for Brandon, correct?
Yes.
Well, it sucks that Alex and Tyler aren't here. Oh, here comes
Tyler?
Alex. Yeah, I know that's right, Alex. Alex came speed running into this bitch.
Girl, I was here.
Oh, you were?
You
I
have
thought you
to
said you
Just so
lower
everybody
his
knows,
hand
this
once.
hand,
So
this hand
fast.
raise is this hand raise
Blake,
is
you have to have
random.
your hand raised. Luke, you have to have your hand raised. Mac, Joe.
I kind of don't want to vote for Brandon.
Holy fuck.
Oh
You're just
my
saying this
God.
now?
Yeah,
So then we vote. How do we vote? Brandon
Okay,
and Joe.
everyone, if
Why don't we
Brandon
do
and Mac are
Joe?
not voting each
Why don't
other,
I'm
we
not
do
what do we
voting
do,
Joe now. Look,
Okay, Brandon, you're just
I'm not
fucking
voting
being.
Joe.
Now you're
The
just being
fuck's wrong
dumb.
with people?
Brandon,
We're
you're being
getting
dumb.
I'm
nowhere.
not
I hope
voting
you know. So I
Joe.
guess we're gonna waste
I
our
told you,
time. There'll be no wins, and
alliances
everybody
is
will be
situation.
done.
Why are we even playing a
alliances
game at this
lose this
point?
game.
Why are we even
Alliances lose
here?
this game.
Nobody
Michael
wants to
said
what is-
play.
specifically,
That's
play the
fucked.
game.
Let's
Joe,
just
what
do
is
the fucking
your
wheel every round.
Joe?
Why are we
What's
even
your
talking?
Brandon,
motivation?
stop being a little bitch and play the game.
I'm playing the game.
No,
Period.
you're
Oh,
not.
you're
You're fucking
not.
playing a little pussy ass game. Fucking dumbass.
The
Exactly.
Idiot.
You're playing a
people,
pussy game.
like,
Let's
Okay,
not
Joe,
get
why
that
don't you want
crazy.
to vote Brandon?
Because
What?
Brandon's not gonna vote for whoever decides.
Mac, will
Brandon.
you
Why
vote for
don't you
Joe?
want to vote for Brandon now?
If you're a Brandonator, I will protect you. That's all I gotta say.
How can
Like,
you protect people at a game with a unanimous vote?
well, this,
Literally.
well,
Joe?
You're literally
Yeah.
listen, Brandon. You're literally
Joe?
jeopardizing everybody else in the game
And
by
I don't
allowing it to
care.
go
I
to a
don't
wheel. If you
care.
don't care, then we don't need you
Brandon,
here.
that's so
We
good
don't
to
need you here if
know.
you don't
That is
care.
so
hear
good
that?
to know, and I hope you're fucking randomized out. Because
Joe, are
bitch,
you
I
okay with
swear
this
if I am,
behavior?
I'm
Mac and
coming
Joe,
for
hold
you
on.
in every
Everybody, time
game.
out. Clearly,
Watch.
Brandon only is caring about themselves right now.
Yes.
So if
Do
it
not
goes to
see
a
that.
randomizer, it could be both of you guys along with.
It could along with more people. So
Yes.
Joe, you're not
Exactly.
protecting
because you
yourself.
vocalize
You're not
yourself.
protecting
So-
yourself.
Joe,
The
are you okay
problem
with
You're so
is-
Being
freaking
yourself.
stupid. You're
The
so
problem is that we almost convinced Mac to swing back, and now Joe has
Make
a
this
problem
make
with this.
sense.
And I
Exactly.
want to know what Joe's
It
problem
doesn't
with
make
this
sense,
is.
Brandy. It makes no sense at all. Joe, are you okay with this behavior?
You're okay with being randomized?
I think it's okay that Brandon was trying to speak out for, you know, what was happening with like someone just kind of getting targeted, you know, in the last few minutes. So I don't
Okay,
really.
that was so long ago. We have to make a decision.
Yeah.
It only starts this
That's the
because
part
of
of
the
the
dog.
game.
Get your words
That's
fucking
the
never
part of
mocked
this
you. I
game.
would never
Like
mock
we
you
had
like that.
2
That's
minutes.
so unserious.
We had 2 minutes.
Can we get a
before
time
the
check,
vote. We
please?
had
Can we get
We have
vote
11
count?
minutes.
I would
11
correct.
minutes.
We have
Right.
11 minutes?
Girl, let's just
I'm
get
giving
a
us some
wheel.
time.
Like,
Yes.
20 minutes?
let's just
Joe,
get
can we hold
let's
on?
speed it up.
Can we talk to Joe, please? Joe, what would it take to convince you to vote with the group? We need to come to a decision.
Well, there's someone who
we're all sitting here waiting to be randomized out.
there's
In
someone
either
who
10
I'd
minutes or
rather
30 minutes.
There's someone who I'd rather take out who did cause disruption earlier on, and that is Blake. I would
But you
be
realize-
down to vote
Okay,
Blake.
but you want to go
I
out
would
with
vote
Blake?
Blake.
Okay,
No.
okay,
But you realize-
whatever.
I'd vote Blake.
Whatever.
Then raise your hand. Hold on. Everyone raise your hand if you want to do Blake.
How do I do the raise hand thing?
It's the react right near the share.
No, if you want to vote me, okay, cool.
Tell me if
What?
it did it.
On my birthday too. Fuck y'all. Bye. I'm just going.
I just wanna
Did it do
ask.
it?
Happy
I don't
birthday.
care, Joe. Shut the
Happy
fuck up.
birthday.
Joe, shut the
I just
fuck up, 'cause
wanna-
you're a
I
pussy,
just
you're a
wanna-
lame ass bitch. You're playing the game wrong. Brandon, you're but you want to vote for
I
me.
just want to
because
ask in
you're-
I will
Blake's
and do it again,
defense.
Okay,
and do it
whatever.
again, and did it the third time.
Whatever. What?
I just want to. Why did this flip on Blake so quickly and it's all fine? What's
Because
what's
everybody
next?
doesn't want to play a game. and
Is
they're
the
fucking
next
scared.
vote going to be held hostage by those 3 again?
Right,
At this
that's what I'm
point, I
saying.
would just
too.
raise your hand.
It's going to.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying too.
But
Like,
we're
why is
trying
it-
to save us from getting 4 people
I
eliminated.
don't want to be
or
randomized.
more.
That's it.
Okay,
I'm just gonna raise my hand just so I'm not randomized.
this is
And it's nothing personal.
foul,
Honestly,
but
I know
Whatever,
who I
fuck you
would
guys,
want out.
Fuck you guys. Whatever. Fuck you.
Blake, it's not you. Trust me. I just don't want to be randomized.
Whatever.
Are you guys
Whatever.
agreeing to this, Sky and Tyler and Santi and Mac?
Yeah. We
I
just
don't
have
want
to
to be randomized again. And we have 10 minutes to decide a second person.
Okay, well,
Blake, don't hate me.
Come on, Tree, let's go. Raise your hand.
okay, so we all
Oh,
raise our
Blake
hands.
Blake's
left.
gone. Blake
Blake
left.
Okay, now we
So
need
now we
another
have-
Now
one.
we're back. Now we're back to the same situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So
Can we vote Alex? Like at this point,
I mean,
Alex?
honestly,
No,
I'm
because
gonna say
I'm not
this.
loving
Like,
the vibe.
no, I'm gonna I'm not against Brandon leaving specifically, but if people are gonna sit like y'all basically just steamrolled that vote, I think it's only fair one of you go. I'm fine giving the other 2 safety next round.
I agree.
But
I agree.
Too.
Wow.
I think it like you all can't sit here steamroll a vote and then steamroll another vote. That's my
Fair
mind.
enough.
took
I
up
I
agree.
also
the
just
whole
want to
30
say
minutes.
that I was the
I
first
agree.
person to bring up Blake, and the reason that I
Agreed.
brought that up was because Blake and Brandon did have the exact same behavior, and so just to like in the ultimate case of fairness, and because I was the one that brought that up, and like you just said, it kind of got steamrolled and automatically put him out. I just like it would feel a little bit of an ick.
So
Sorry,
Michaela
Brandon.
and Joe, if you
Okay.
guys are
we've already
offered safety
I'll vote
from the
Brandon
group in the
then.
next round, will you vote Brandon?
What?
If we give you
Michaela
safe,
and Joe, if you guys are offered safety from the group the next round, will you vote Brandon so we don't go to a wheel again?
I just feel like Joe, if that was your point about Blake, that you got that from me, and obviously I brought that up because he did the same thing that Brandon did, and I felt like it was unfair to crucify Brandon when Blake just did the same shit.
Yeah, I felt like Blake wasted more time. That was the thing. He wasted a lot of time.
I'm just trying to let you know because you brought that up, and
And in
I'm trying
round
to take some
two,
accountability.
Brandon's been the time
Definitely.
waster.
Kirsty, can I say one thing? The difference was that we went through the whole safety chain that took 10 minutes basically, and
Agreed.
then he goes instantly, I don't want to do it. Whereas me, it was no rational decision behind Mac minus that she was dealing with her kid. It wasn't like we went through a whole challenge, which is why I'm saying it's different how it works.
I know,
I
but
want to
I'm
work
just
with
going to
the
say, in
group.
all
Brandon,
fairness,
Like,
you are taking up all the time every round, and it's
Yeah.
scary.
because you guys
We
keep
all love
putting my
you. We all love
name.
you, but
Okay, so who are we
Brandon's on the
voting
team.
this
Keep
round?
saying
I'm
my
voting
name.
Brandon,
honestly,
and I'm
I'm
not
honestly-
voting Joe or Michaela in the next round. That's what I'm saying verbally. I'm voting Brandon this round, and I'm not voting Joe or Michaela in the next round.
same,
What? Isn't it not voting one of them in the next round?
Not. I said not.
not. I feel like
Okay.
that's fair in order to get this out.
Or we're going to
I mean,
a wheel.
that's the only way that we're gonna get in a unanimous agreement, probably.
Yeah.
Michaela,
Mac,
what do you think?
are y'all fine with that?
Be fine, girl. Be fine.
I'm just gonna say this out loud. I am not gonna let them change it a second time because if you try to get a better deal out of this, that's when I'm gonna say I'm going to the
honestly,
wheel.
this is where my headspace is at. Is I'm fine to let Brandon and Matt go to the next round, and I'll even agree not to vote for them. I think Joe came out of left field, and I'd rather vote Joe because at least Matt and Brandon were sitting here. We
Been
openly
speaking.
knew where they were. I'm fine to
But,
I'll
okay.
agree not to vote for either of them next round. I think Joe should go here.
I
Tyler,
agree with that, Tyler.
they've held the game ransom for literally minutes, if not more.
I wouldn't say
saying
they. I would
held
say
the
Brandon.
game?
I think it's more so Brandon. Mac is having audio.
Mac hasn't held it ransom. I think I agree that Mac was doing the right thing to try to defend Brandon, but the problem is you can't make alliances.
I
And
mean,
Brandon's
at
We
this,
make an
at this,
alliance.
Oh, you guys
I-
agreed to keep each other safe and not vote for each other. That's an
Right.
alliance.
I love how you're saying, like,
Did I though?
Yes.
Mac, will
Yes.
you
Yeah,
vote
you
Vote
Brandon?
didn't
him!
vote.
Vote him!
Are you
Vote
kidding?
him! Vote him!
Mac, will you vote Brandon then? So we
What?
can get to a unanimous decision.
Raise
And we
your
won't vote you
hand.
next round.
Raise your hand.
Joe, what about
This
you,
is
Joe? Come
sitting
on.
on Joe.
I'm not
If we
voting
won't
Joe.
put you down next
Well,
See,
round.
I
I
think
can
we should
tell
do
you
Joe.
right now,
I think we
I
should
am
do
not
Joe.
voting Joe. I can tell you guys that right now. I'm not voting Joe. Not right
You're
now.
not gonna
this
vote
round.
Joe?
This round, I'm not voting him either.
Me either.
Not
For
this
this
No,
round,
we're
not
gonna go
Joe.
to a fucking wheel.
Joe, I'm not voting
Take
you next
four of
round.
us out.
Let's do Brandon, like we
Yeah, let's
said.
do Brandon. Come on, y'all.
I mean, honestly, I'm confused the logic between Mac and Brandon and then Joe because in my opinion, it's very similar.
I mean, one of the three of them need to go.
I
Matt
think we can.
hasn't got to
Right?
say much.
Tyler,
Okay,
the
so
group is mostly
that's
saying
fine.
Brandon. That's
Joe,
why I think.
he did speak up last minute, but Brandon has been taking up the time every round, and
But-
we can't.
but
come to a
You
I-
conclusion.
guys keep talking about me.
I
It's
do
not
think
me
in-
taking up the time. You're taking up the time by
Pardon,
speaking
Tyler?
about
I
me.
do think like in
Like-
rebuttal to that, like Joe
Tyler,
spoke
what
up
are you
once
doing?
we.
Why
Hold
are
on.
you defending Brandon? Why are we
No,
having out?
I'm not defending. I'm not defending Brandon. I'm saying Joe spoke up once we all already raised our hand. That's the exact same thing that happened last time.
Okay, if we look at
Tyler,
this
I
logically,
agree.
if we look at this logically, okay, Blake was eliminated because
Brandon's
Blake was
also
the one that
not
did
leaving
want
this
to-
round.
We're
Like,
gonna
Blake's
he's
have
not
a, we're
leaving.
gonna
We
have
know
another
this.
round though. We're gonna have another round.
Hold on, y'all. Look, Tyler. Blake was eliminated because he did not want to do the safety chain after we all decided that. When we all decided as a group to vote Mac, Brandon said, I want to fuck around and find out. That's
I
why we
never
are
said
aiming it
those
more at
words.
Brandon
You did
than
say
we
that
are
though,
at
babe.
Joe.
I love you, bestie. However, you did say that, Brandon.
Okay, is there another name we can go with? Because
No,
we're
It's
not
either
getting
Joe or
along.
Brandon, Michaela.
Well, I don't want to go.
Well,
We're
then we
not
have
voting
to-
for you.
Then vote for Brandon. That's who we're voting for.
Joe already
We're
said he's
offering you
not
both
voting
safety
for
next
Brandon.
round.
Joe hasn't said anything
No.
because he won't answer the question.
I mean,
But
if
I'm
we
telling you
want,
right now, like
We have like 3 minutes to go. I think
That's
that
fine.
Brandon
I
is a
think
vote
if
that
we
a lot
actually-
of people. I think so, Tyler. I just think that Brandon is the name that like basically Michaela and Joe have like a choice to make here if they want to do that or not to like keep their own asses
Do you
on
want
the
to
line
fuck
like
around
for
and
now.
find out and have both of y'all go out with us?
No, see,
or do you-
that's my logic is I think Brandon and Michaela are not going this round. They're not voting.
Tyler, I love you. I swear I do. But right now, we do not have the time for this kind of discussion. We need you to
Okay,
get to
well, I'll
Brandon.
raise my hand, but he's not going home. That's my thing.
Okay, Joe and Michaela, it is now down to you two. You've been
We are
offered
offering
safety
you
by the
safety next
group, not to be touched in the next round if you raise your hand.
And what happens in 2 rounds, baby?
Again, you don't have to worry about that because you won't be here.
And we'll see about that. We'll see about
You know what, Joe and Mac? I will
otherwise,
offer you
guess
this. I
what?
won't put
All
your
four
hand
of
up
us
for the
could
round.
go.
Right.
For the
I really-
for the next 3 rounds, for the next like I don't know 90 minutes, I think that is. Y'all will not be my votes. How about that? If y'all
Come
vote right
on,
now.
guys.
I don't really want to fuck around and find out.
Okay, then raise your hand.
That's what we're saying.
Not fuck
You
around.
don't want to
and
fuck
find
around and
out.
find out either.
I don't.
Matt's like, I don't
Please
want
raise your
that.
hand.
Not
It's trying
happening.
to whole game.
It
Joe,
doesn't matter
please
if
raise
I
your
raise my
hand.
hand because Joe's
Yes, it
not
does. It comes
doing
down to you
Yes,
and Joe.
Michaela,
I'm
if you raise
offering
your
you-
hand,
Joe.
there's
Mac, we're not-
pressure.
Mac,
Michaela,
it's
if you
us.
raise your hand, there's peer pressure.
You know, at the end of
Not
the
peer
day,
pressure.
the problem is
Joe,
every
are you
single
here
one of
raising
us,
your
guys,
hand?
listen,
Like-
we have 2 minutes. The problem is every single one of us are literally keeping in the back of our mind how many of you are holding hostage this game. So the sooner you vote and come to an agreement, the faster we can get through it. Because if
Joe,
4
what
of
are
us
you
go
trying to
this
say?
next round, we're fucked.
Kenneth, hold on. Joe keeps trying to talk. Joe, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll vote where Mac wants to vote right now. If she
Mac,
wants to go,
if
if
you-
she wants to go for Brandon, she can. If we want to stick strong, then we can.
She wanted to vote you, Joe.
Yeah.
Brandy, shut up.
Oh.
I say you just raise your hands. We get this over with. We
Yes,
deal with
we
the
get
mess
it over with,
after.
and y'all
Mac,
are
We
I
can
going
wouldn't do,
down.
I wouldn't do
Mac,
this to y'all.
please.
I wouldn't.
Joe
You
and
have
Mac,
literally
really
2
promise you for the
minutes.
next
What do you
90
wanna do,
minutes,
Joe?
y'all will not be my votes.
Y'all have
It's
2 minutes.
over now.
Oh my god, we have a minute.
Y'all
Just
have
say yes
1
or no.
minute.
We have
Come on, just
literally
raise your
30
hand.
seconds.
Like,
Or
Joe, what do you want to
Mac,
do?
raise your hand. Mac, raise your
Because
hand. Joe, raise
Mac-
your hand.
Mac,
Let them talk.
Mac.
If the wheel happens, one of you guys could go too.
yeah, it's gonna be all our fate.
Let
That's
them
it.
talk. Let them talk. Let them
Colleen,
talk.
that's
Yeah.
That's
Let them talk. Let them
that's
talk.
messed up, Colleen.
Joe,
Uh huh.
Joe, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a wheel or do you want to agree?
I'm fine to do either, to be honest.
Just tell me what to do.
We don't have time for this.
I think we should go.
Raise
to a
your
wheel.
hand. You have 20 seconds.
I think
Just
we're
do
going.
something
Okay.
We're going to go to
Joe,
a, yeah.
thank you.
We're going to a wheel.
See,
Wow.
this is exactly why I wanted to vote Joe. Joe does the same shit.
Wow.
Situation. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and y'all
You
are
guys got fucking. Oh my god.
and y'all are
Sorry,
sitting
Daddy,
y'all are
I'm
sitting
not
here.
against you. I'm trying to
Vote
go.
for any of
Oh.
them.
Like, can I
How the
tighten
Somebody
your
left.
screws a little?
Somebody left.
Brandy, why do you want to keep Joe
Somebody
so
left.
bad?
Somebody left.
Yeah,
Wait,
why did you
don't.
want to keep Joe?
I don't want. Obviously, we don't want to keep anybody. But what I'm
It's
saying
It
is,
doesn't
when
matter
we
what
get
any of us
round,
need matter now. It doesn't
we
matter
can
what
all
any of
vote
us
the
want now
same.
because we're
That's
going
what
to
I'm
the wheel.
saying, right?
We're going to the wheel.
we're
It's
going to
okay.
wheel.
Did somebody leave?
Well, let's
Yeah,
just hope that
someone
all
I mean,
three of
dear
them
Someone
God,
left the
I don't
Zoom.
know why you keep saying this, Brandy. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Wait,
Who,
someone
me?
left the Zoom. Someone left the Zoom. We need to figure out who left the Zoom.
Somebody left.
Oh, was it? No.
We could have
It's
got
Jordan?
kicked.
No,
Jordan's
Jordan's
here.
here.
Wow, thanks.
Was it?
Sorry about that. Apparently on my phone, whenever I hit mute all, it lags a little bit. So, oh, I was really rooting for you guys. That sucks. I don't like seeing people go home randomly, but I am going to do the same thing I did last time. You're going to go on a list randomizer, and the top 3 people will be eliminated. Give me
I'm so
one moment.
scared right now.
Mac, I'm letting you know if I get out, I'm blocking you.
It's not that serious, Cake.
Everyone knows I'm joking. I don't block him for that. However, Mac, I will be very pissed at you.
It wasn't just on me.
Yes, it
Matt,
was.
you
You could have said,
yes, it
Brandon,
was.
Joe, I don't want to go to a wheel, and Joe would have been like, I don't want to go to a wheel either.
I mean, I honestly think
You
it's
have to
more
go to
on
a
Joe.
wheel.
Why are
Crumb of
y'all giving
accountability,
Joe a free
crumb,
pass?
crumb, a spare crumb of accountability.
I just wish there were final words,
All right,
but I'm just
please
like
let me. I'm
vibes.
going to reveal who is going home. Your next 30 minutes start now. The punishments will get worse. Good luck.
Bye, Wood. Bye, Ocean. Bye.
Well, we know what's
Honey.
happening now.
Yeah, it's 4 next. It's 4 next.
Who's gone?
Oh my god.
It's Sky.
Well, Mac, if you want to redeem yourself now, it's Brandon. Now's your redemption time.
No, it's who left? Sky.
Aria, how many
Luke,
people?
Luke, Sky, and
Aria, how many people? Is it 2 that we're getting rid of this time?
we have to every 30 minutes.
Or it's
Honestly, I'm not saying Brandon first. I'm saying Joe. I don't know why y'all are giving
Yeah.
Joe a free pass.
Well, then I'm gonna say Tyler. I think
Do it.
you've been coming for me, so I'm gonna be
Yeah, because
wanting to vote for
you're
you as
doing the
well.
same shit everyone else is
Yeah.
doing, and everyone's giving you a free pass for some reason.
Right. I agree with
Joe,
Tyler.
I offered you immunity for 90
Yeah.
fucking minutes.
Yeah.
You and Mac both.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
like
I mean,
the best thing.
I'm voting for Joe. If you want to vote with me, have fun.
I'll vote with you.
I feel like we're kind of in a situation where Joe and Brandon have power to just hold the game hostage, and they have been, and they probably will keep.
Exactly
doing
what I'm
that.
thinking.
I don't
So
want
I don't know
It's
how to
the
go forward.
second. It's
I
the
don't wanna
second
vote
time
Okay, Brandon.
has held it
Brandon,
hostage.
Brandon, what can we do
You
for you
want to
not
vote
to?
Joe, Brandon?
Let's send a link to a slide puzzle and see.
Oh
who
my
gets
God,
it.
no.
Oh, honey, not today.
Oh,
We
Not
don't
today.
have time.
I
Brandon,
would
You've
consider.
you've played
my
enough
slide
games
puzzle.
with us. We're not playing anymore.
See,
I would
let's play higher
consider.
lower.
I
The
would
thing-
consider a slide puzzle if there weren't people actively on their phone. I think
yeah.
that's not fair to
honestly,
them.
I think like Joe is someone who's held the game hostage. I'm fine to vote Joe, and then we figure out a new vote next round on a different game.
Let's do higher.
Brandon,
Let's do
Brandon,
higher lower.
I
are
think
you
I
willing
think I
to
think
vote Joe?
Oh no.
yeah,
No.
I think right now the fact that all of you are all so focused on taking the 3 of us out is going to make this game never go on and will always go to wheels.
I mean, that's
That's
fine.
just the fact. We
But
can
Well,
we
then
can
you'll
go to
never be a
wheels.
winner.
Okay,
Whatever.
listen.
You guys are fucking
This
crazy.
this started as Brandon and
You guys are
Mac
fucking
because
crazy.
there was a lot of heat in Brandon, and Joe, you inserted yourself into this situation willingly.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what you did.
What did I say? Vocalizing leads to consequences.
Okay, then let's play higher
No,
lower
listen,
round.
you stay for 3 rounds.
I'll be a 4.
Wait. If y'all want to play a game, let's play higher lower
It
right
won't be
here.
a 4th if your life depends on a fucking wheel.
And we'll see
Yeah,
what
I
the
mean,
wheel does.
the beauty of it. The
Get
beauty
that
of it
straight.
is what happens if Joe, Brandon, and Mac are the last 3 remaining. What are you guys gonna do? Honestly, are you guys just gonna say nobody wins? I don't care. No one wins.
We'll make it a Hunger Games special, season
Yeah.
1.
So
I don't think you
just wanna
understand how
be-
this fucking Concordant game works.
That's
So-
what we're keeping around.
I get that there's a lot of
You
heat.
guys,
I would
I
like
want-
to personally try and be a little diplomatic here. Just
You guys aren't
not
seeing what I'm-
arguing is probably gonna help. Sorry, go ahead.
Why don't we just play a game, like they said, higher or lower, and we see how it goes.
Because then Brandon wins.
No,
he wins this
y'all-
argument. He wins
Kenneth,
the argument.
Kenneth, think.
Hey,
Kenneth,
who do you guys?
think
Who
use your
will
brain.
you guys vote? Who will you guys vote?
They said
As
Tyler.
as a pair, who will you
Yeah.
guys vote?
I'd vote Tyler.
But okay. But then what?
I'd vote Alex.
Who's your second vote?
Alex? Will you
Alex
vote
and Tyler.
Alex go?
Yeah, I'd vote Alex.
I've
What
literally
else?
just been sitting
Okay,
here saying.
can we agree to
I
Alex,
didn't-
everybody?
Yeah.
Okay,
raise
let's
our
do it.
hand.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw a big fuss here. I'm just saying I'm the person here trying to maybe make a diplomatic argument between those people while other people are yelling at Brandon and calling him names and saying all this shit.
Honestly, I'm
That's
not.
fine.
I'm not voting Alex for like no reason, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't have a reason to vote for Alex either.
And this is the second time or the third time that Brandon and Joe just
Nobody
get to
has
say
a
a
reason,
name.
but it's just, are we gonna get ourselves to the next round or not?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what-
so why are we letting Brandon and Joe steer the wheel like this?
I mean, they're playing the game, but nobody
know
else
what's gonna
gets,
happen
nobody else
when
gets
there's,
to
like,
who
decide
wants
or
to have an
no.
agreement with
Who
who wants
knows?
to have an agreement with me then to not vote each other? I'm gonna do the same shit.
Me.
Okay, let's go, Tyler.
I'm about to
But then
fucking
that's
dip
the
on
problem we
y'all
run
asses,
into.
man.
If y'all are letting Brandon and Joe do this, I'm gonna do the same shit.
Well, if nobody wants to agree where you think you would.
Well,
I
can
just
I
think
say
that y'all are
something?
overseeing
Yes,
and
it's
overthinking
just
with what higher lower.
Mac
Wait,
say
Mac,
something.
what did you? Yeah.
I have a person I want to vote because I feel like they are the main person putting everything on me when I really didn't do anything except voice my opinion.
Who's that?
Kenneth.
What did I put on you?
You were saying that I'm in an alliance with Brandon. Brandon said he wouldn't vote me out. I never said I wouldn't vote Brandon out.
You didn't say you wouldn't vote him out?
Honestly,
I
there's
never
a few
did, but
people who have
everybody's
been
putting
like,
words in
yeah,
my mouth.
swaying the conversations very
That's a little
strongly.
messy, girl, because you, Joe, and Brandon were all kind of like doing that. So like now going back and saying that you didn't do something that like I'm pretty sure we all heard you say, that's just
Exactly.
messy.
But I didn't say it.
But you did. You said
Okay,
I wasn't gonna.
but you did, babe. But
You said that
did.
you weren't gonna vote
multiple
Brandon.
times.
So like either you're lying or you're trying to gaslight us, and I don't think that's gonna work with this large of a group.
Babes, you can't gaslight the ultimate gaslighter. I think a majority of everyone knows I'm the ultimate gaslighter in here. Babes, you can't gaslight the gaslighter. Y'all have seen me on Hellscape. If you haven't, check out season 2.
So anyway,
Gaslight,
let's redirect the
gatekeep.
conversation, take.
Is there a way to like consider like a compromise and maybe cut someone that's not contributing anything?
Does anybody want
Okay.
to go?
Whom?
Can I?
I don't want to like be mean. I feel like I've not really heard any opinions from Colleen. And so I'm like, I have like no strong opinion. And I feel like if people are all fighting here, in my mind, I'm like, if someone's not like playing as much as everyone else, we
That's
can
fair.
try and have this whole shitty situation trying to figure out a second person. If that gets me voted out, that's fine.
I hear what you're saying.
That's
Like
what
if you're not going,
I
if you're
mean,
not gonna,
like, I feel like even though, like, I had to go against, like, my friends, like, Brandon and Mac, like, I've been voting with the whole group and trying to, like, go with the game and how this game is supposed to go, so, and then you guys are arguing, like, making, like, these alliances and voting, not voting because going to
Yes,
the
he has
wheel.
been voting with us.
But I have been voting.
Asking for a larger contribution.
Yeah, and haven't been messy. Like just because I haven't been vocal, it's more about voting like unanimously together as a group. And what's I've been trying to do.
How much time
So
we got?
basically, the problem we're stuck with
22
is that
minutes.
there's still two people
Okay.
who
20.
are not going to agree on anything. And so is the status quo just going to be that they're going to
okay.
decide who leaves?
I have a suggestion. Do we? Can all of us? If we already know, if the majority of the group already knows at least one or two people that we want to go, why can't we collectively, the majority, come up with
my God.
something that they have
Two
to do?
people right away, unanimously.
We already tried that.
No,
Didn't work.
yes, but the two people that we have, then come up with a game for those two people, and whoever wins, the loser goes.
I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, well, they want to play the game.
They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. If we agree to it, they don't have a choice.
Not true.
Is that how it works?
They just won't complete it.
Again, holding the game hostage. So we're literally going to let the game.
We're
eliminate
I mean,
us.
honestly, like I have like this is my mindset on the game right
I
now.
think I'm
Is
about to fucking unfriend a couple of you.
That's what I'm saying.
like honestly, like and I'm gonna say this, like nothing against you, But Kenneth, I feel like you keep pushing this on Brandon is not helping the situation. Like, it's really not.
Not with Joe as stubborn as he is. He never fucking switches vote. That's why
Right. I
I'm
mean,
fucking
I
over
think we
this
should
guy
have.
Joe will
that
vote multiple
over
people in
him.
this game. I just don't think he's
Grow
really
up.
like.
Yeah.
And play
I'm
the
still
fucking
down for
team.
Alex.
I mean,
I don't know why that
honestly,
stopped.
like, I'm just confused by Joe because Joe sits here and says nothing, but then wants
Yeah,
to
play as
disagree.
a fucking team and grow up.
Like either like I'm fine with people voicing their opinions. That's why I respect Brandon. Brandon sitting here like actively trying to be a menace. Joe's
No, he
sitting
thinks
here
he's some
being a menace
fucking,
and not saying anything.
I don't
Yeah,
fucking
well,
know,
I just
some
know
fucking weasel.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
am.
guys can promise me safety, but I still feel like if I take out Brandon, that I'm just gonna get targeted.
You
right
put
away.
yourself in that situation though.
Yeah, why would
I
you?
mean,
It doesn't have
what
to
I
be.
feel
I
like
won't do
now.
it next round if you do this.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not budging.
Yeah. I mean, I was contemplating it the last time, but it just I feel like also, you know, Mac's not really been given the vibes of doing it, so why would I also potentially risk taking out Brandon here and you know
But then
having
you
him
risk
go after me?
yourself and everyone else. That's the thing. I think that's the point that
Yeah, like
everyone's
we don't have anybody,
Yeah.
but
Right.
like we're going round for round. And if you can agree as a group, I think as a group we would agree to keep you around.
I think everyone's like trying to play this like alliance based, and like I'm more than willing to play it like every round is a different round. Like that was my whole
It has
mindset coming
to.
into it.
Yes.
Okay, so then what's your suggestion? Like I think we've tried that, and unfortunately, we agreed
Well,
on
we're
one,
asking
and the
Joe.
second
We're
one.
asking Joe.
I think that they're always going to get the first person voted out, and then they're going to disagree on the second vote. And it's been a
Yeah,
repeating
Baba.
cycle.
Well, Joe, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I still just don't feel comfortable voting Brandon right now. I'd be down to do a different vote if someone has it. But right now I would say no to Brandon.
Okay, sorry
Okay.
to put the heat back on you, Mac, but it's for a completely different reason. It's just that, you know, if we're going with the same ethos of wishy-washy flip-flop behavior, right? Just did one thing and said another. So there's no telling that you know how to stick with a group vote because you'll just lie to our faces. So I guess I would vote.
I mean, Brandon, hypothetically, Mac just said if it came down to you or her, I'm shoving you in front of the bus, Regina George said.
That's not what I said.
Okay,
running the
but now
clock
you're saying
because
that's
she's-
not what you said. But that is what
Exactly.
you
Just
said.
keep running the clock, girl.
I
Like
don't
you
like
say, like I
this.
don't have an alliance with you, and then when it comes down to the vote, you're like, well, I will or I won't. Like it's just self-preservation, and I think it's really boring.
Okay, well, Brandon, they obviously suck at getting my vote, so I guess I'm not voting you out.
Thank you, girl. I'm down to vote Kenneth. I kind of.
Well, guess what? You're
You
not
know-
fucking picking it. You're gonna go off the fucking wheel. If that's what you want to leave it to, you're going, bud.
Well, when I stay and you go,
And so are
Brandy,
you
I will
laughing
laugh.
over
Just
there.
like how I
Yo,
laughed at
I
the
just
Scott
have to-
Pinocchio.
Y'all,
Like, I'm fine
arguing
with
is
it.
not
I go with Joe.
arguing right now is not gonna help. What is happening is we're down to 12 people. It's about to go from 12
They're not fucking budging,
to
Cake.
8.
They're fucking
I know,
their
but
screws
we have to do
tightened.
something. I know. What we have to do is, I mean,
The problem is we've always voted at least one person off and not the second. If we don't vote a single person off, it might be 8 people going.
exactly. That's what I'm trying. That's literally my point.
8.
4 people are going regard. If we don't make at least one, 4 people are going. So that'll be 5 people that are eliminated now. We are down to 12. So it could easily go from either 12 to 8 or 12
12 to 10.
11.
I mean, I don't mind like Krista's suggestion if that is something that Joe and Brandon are gonna do. If we are in a situation, that would be Mac, but if we're in a situation where they disagree again, in my opinion, I would rather probably just not vote. Period, because
Are you
then
saying
honestly,
Joe and Brandon said Mac?
no, I'm saying that Krista suggested Mac, and it's basically up to Brandon and Joe to agree. And if they try to push it on someone else again, in my humble opinion, just doing the math, I'm just like, might as well just not agree to anything, period, because then we lose one less person that we were going to lose
Alex,
anyway, because we were going to go to the wheel
Alex,
regardless.
it goes
Listen.
from 4 to 8.
We don't know
From 4 to
that.
6.
because we've at least agreed on one person in the first, and if we agree on nobody, it's probably going to multiply.
you
And
have a
8 of us
check.
are leaving.
So Brandon, who do you want?
Are we sure?
I will
What's
vote
that
out
rules?
Kenneth.
We don't
I will
know.
vote
We don't
out
know.
Alex. I'll vote out Brandy.
Like 50.
I'm going to vote out multiple people. in this
Everybody
game.
but Joe and Mac.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Also,
Okay.
I mean,
Joe,
if
who
Joe
do you
and
want?
Mac can jump on the bandwagon, because apparently all of us are ready for it, to get Brandon to stop
I
halting
know.
this
I've been trying to
conversation,
get on their page.
we can move on.
It keeps fucking
Exactly.
But what
going
you guys
back.
don't understand is I
Joe
don't like
has.
being yelled at.
Well, I wasn't yelling at you. I was asking for a crumb of
I don't know.
accountability.
Don't play fucking mini then.
Hey, Mac.
I'm cool with voting out Alexander
that's
then.
not nice.
Alex, you're
I
my
didn't yell at
bestie
you.
for
Hey,
that.
I'm tired.
Alex is bestie for that. Alex, I heard what you said. You ate that. You ate that, Alex.
I'm cool with voting out Alex.
Okay.
Alex.
Do it.
For
All right.
Alex.
Raise your hand if you're gonna do
Yeah.
Alex right now. I want to
No.
see.
Y'all were okay with it 2 minutes ago, and now it's like,
Yeah.
look at
Why
this.
Alex?
Yeah,
I say
Because
if
he's
they get
not
to
in-
hold the game hostage, we should get to hold
You
it
know what?
hostage.
I'm gonna throw.
Brandon!
Y'all, time out. I'm gonna throw a name out there who hasn't really contributed anything. This may come back to bite me in the ass. However, Jordan, I don't think you've said much.
I've said, I mean, I've been trying to say a lot as well, but I have been contributing a lot.
What's
feel.
everybody think?
I still think.
I feel
sorry,
like
I still
I think
the
when I was
silent
getting
ones,
voted out, Jordan said that he didn't want to do me, so I went to Jordan.
I mean, I am
phrasing.
fine with holding this game hostage. I don't care.
Yeah.
Kenneth, you are nasty. Y'all are shady boots.
What did he say?
I'm just Kenneth, say what you said to the class.
I said phrasing. It's fine.
Shady boots.
Listen, I think the silent one's fine. Let them lie. But still, we are now 4 rounds in, and the one who cost us many than Brandon.
Oh,
Mhm.
girl,
Why are
your
you so
Wi-Fi,
upset?
your
I
Wi-Fi
get it.
lagged out a bit, Pookie.
Why are we so upset that people left? Shouldn't
It
we be
makes
happy?
sense, but Brandon
I'm
has
putting
people
Brandon's
here
name
that
on
are
the
not going to
table.
vote
I'm raising my
Brandon.
hand for Brandon. I'm just going to raise my hand for Brandon. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, but then it's gonna come down to Mac and Joe.
Well, let them plead their case. Why not?
Yeah,
Chris, can I get another time check?
I think that's really sad. You guys are fucking playing this game like that, and when fucking it could go a lot different for anyone.
I think
The
it's really
host, the
sad that grown
audience,
adults are
us as
getting
a
this heated
team.
over a game.
No, it's just some people like to play games. So if you're not here to play a game, what the fuck are you here for?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't think they're sad or yelled
No,
at,
what the
so-
fuck are you here for if you're not here to play a game?
You know what?
No,
Since
Hold the
Mac
game
isn't here, since
hostage.
Mac is low-key giving up,
I'll
I'm
just
voting for
hold
Mac.
the game hostage. I don't care.
I'm raising my hand for Mac just because
I
it
agree
seems
with
like
Kate.
she checked out.
No,
It
you
seems
guys
like she's checked out and she doesn't want
Nobody
to play.
likes apathetic attitude. Like if this is class activity, like
Literally.
everybody participates.
I mean,
everybody.
I don't like a bunch of bitches yelling at me, so.
But who are you calling a
completely
bitch?
agree,
Who are you
but
calling
you
a
were
bitch?
also going back
You
to
gotta be
your
careful
word
with the
and
B words.
lying, and
You
now
better be
You don't
you're
like
careful.
being
it? I can
messy. Like
fucking
take a
tell
crumb
you
of accountability, and nobody would yell at you. Like
But
nobody
there's been
would yell
people
at
who
you.
have tried to explain this to you
Brandon, I
calmly, and you
often
still
olive
didn't
Brandon,
give a shit.
accept it.
Like,
No, I did.
well, no, because back then when we were trying to decide the vote, you and Joe were like, actually, let's go to the wheel anyway.
And
So
also, like you've been
Since
saying
fucking the
crap since
beginning.
the first fucking time that we started this game.
Brandon,
like you
can
were
I ask you?
really like, I don't have any friends. Brandon's my enemy, and now all of a
Can
sudden
you do
Brandon
Mac
is your
just
number
because
one
he's
alliance.
very
Like
abundantly
it's
clear
just
that
giving
Mac
like
is
either
No, why
delusion or
not?
messy
I would
game. Like I
have.
don't know what your strategy is, but it's
You
weird.
I mean,
guys,
when
You're
there's
not
50
giving
of
me
you
the
sticking
time.
Wait. Everyone, time out.
Chance to talk, so I'll just keep on fucking flapping so nobody can fucking hear you because you don't deserve it.
Okay,
Okay, wait,
cool.
Brandon. I'm trying to hear Brandon on this one thing.
Don't wrinkle
You
your face
know,
like that.
I kind of play the game. I'm playing the game. I didn't know Michael over here sent you guys a guidebook on how to play this game. I'm saying it
No,
could
you're
have been
not
an
playing the
option.
game. You're not voting anybody out. You're voting to a
I'm
fucking
going to
wheel.
vote Alex.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote you. I'm going to vote Kenneth.
You're
And then
voting
y'all
to a
won't
wheel.
listen to me. So I'll
That's what
vote.
you keep saying. I want to go to a wheel. So
The
now you're
thing
just
is,
backtracking.
because you weren't listening out both of your ears, I
No,
was
I heard you say it
talking
once
to
just now 5
someone
minutes ago.
about
Brandon for Hellscape and Brandon
And
for
I will
Hellscape.
never play that game. But I will say
Good, you
that
shouldn't.
thank you. I'm saying that I need to let this wheel go on because you guys don't want to vote Alex, Kenneth, or you.
Nobody
Okay,
said that.
Everybody,
Nobody said
everybody,
that.
lower your hands. Okay, we're about to see where everyone stands.
Okay, like I know,
Okay, we're about to
like,
do.
okay, I have to
Okay.
say something. Like I know that like a lot of us disagree with what Brandon says, but like there's a certain way you could talk to people. I don't like. I
Exactly.
feel like you guys are kind of killing it at this point on Brandon. I feel like I have to step in here. I don't like that. Like I feel like you guys could like calm down a little bit on that, but it's just a game.
So he
at
can
the end
talk
of
to
the day.
everybody
It's
else
not
that
like
way,
a
but
game.
nobody can talk to him that way.
Can I get a time check,
But like
please?
I know
That's
like
pretty
we
fucking
talk in
funny.
a certain way,
Chris,
but
That's
like
pretty
you guys
fucking
are
funny.
all
Oh no,
like
no, 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 no,
on
no,
it,
no. You're
like.
not gonna change this on me when he's been talking like this
Oh,
every
I'm not
single fucking
saying
person
only
in this
you. I'm
game.
talking about other people. I
Okay,
didn't
raise
say
your
your
hand for
name,
Colleen.
Brandy.
Raise your hand for Colleen.
No, I'm not
My
voting
Raise
Colleen.
I'm
your
not
hand
going
for
down for
Colleen.
anyone.
Just because they stood up for somebody.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay,
Colleen.
Okay, we're gonna go off the names that have been said. Raise your hand for Kenneth.
I think
Girl, let's just send this to a wheel. We're done.
yeah, I think
Absolutely fine.
Eight of you.
We still
Eight of
have a
us
third
are
of the time
leaving.
left. I mean,
It's
we've done
going to a
two-thirds, but we
wheel.
have what we
Let's
have
raise
like
our
5
hands
minutes
for
time.
Kenneth. Let's hold them out in the air.
It was fun. I love it. So if I leave, see y'all later, and I will see who wins or loses, and nobody wins. We'll see. But I hope and pray I stay.
Where did people get this
'Cause I'm
theory
fucking ready
from that
tonight.
8 people are
You know what?
leaving?
I don't get heated often. I don't give
Okay,
a fuck.
we know 4 people are leaving for sure. We know 4
But
people
this
are
is
leaving
whack.
for sure.
What are we raising our
Yeah.
hands?
For
I don't
Kenneth.
think that it was specified
Okay, so Brandy,
that like
Brandon, Joe, Mac, Colleen are fine with Kenneth.
I'm
Is there
just
anyone else who's fine?
honestly,
Where I
as
guess I don't
for
understand.
Kenneth,
We throw
I
a
don't
name
think
out.
Kenneth should go.
I'm just saying
Tyler,
everyone's
why
name
don't you want to
who's been
vote
said.
Kenneth?
I'm not giving them the satisfaction of deciding the votes,
No,
so
because
I'm
one
actively
person is
disagreeing with
still going to
everything
a
they're
wheel.
saying.
Right.
If we can't do 2, 3 people, then it's going to a wheel regardless. So why should I give them the satisfaction of giving them one vote? Exactly. I
Okay,
agree.
with that being said, if we're taking it to a
I
wheel,
could
can we
flip
just
that
do
exactly about on you.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead so we don't have to sit here and argue.
Okay, wait, time out. If we're just letting it go to a wheel, can we at least just play a little game and just enjoy these last minutes together? All right, let's play higher or lower. Okay, I'm going based off first off my screen. Ace is the lowest, King is the highest. With that being said, Tyler, you
Oh
were
my
up
gosh.
on my screen.
Brandy, this is a joke.
Oh, wait, Ace is highest?
Yes, I wonder.
I'll go lower.
All right, and who are you passing the 6 to?
I'll pass it to Joe.
Joe,
Okay.
higher or lower?
I'll go higher.
We got time to vote out Joe.
We got time to vote out Joe. Who are you passing the 3 to?
I'll pass it to Brandy.
Are we raising our hands for Joe?
Higher.
He lost the game.
Wait, whose turn is it?
It was me higher.
Higher. Brandy, who
I'll
are you
pass
passing
it
the 7?
to Jordan.
Jordan, higher or lower than a 7?
I'm gonna go higher.
Jordan, you have been eliminated. Listen, Jordan and Joe. They're right there. Jordan, who are you passing that 3 to?
I'm gonna pass it to Michaela. Mac.
Mac, who are higher or lower than a 3?
It's obviously higher.
Who are you passing the 4 to?
I guess my best friend enemy, Brandon.
Thank you, legend. I'll go lower because I want to fuck around and find out. Oh no.
Who are you passing the
Damn.
7 to out of the people left? It is Mac, Colleen, Tyler, Alex, Brandy, Chris.
Krista hasn't went yet.
Oh yeah, Krista hasn't went.
Chris, you look like you could do that one. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, higher or lower than a 7?
Lower.
Are we really playing higher?
Who would you
or
like to
lower
pass it
and
to?
not voting?
Who's fighting?
Sorry, who wasn't
Are
gone?
you
I
fighting?
rattled off the names, but Kenneth.
I think that's why we stopped.
Also, I just want
And
to say
it's my turn. Sorry to interrupt you.
Krista, you
Tyler.
are so pretty. I just want to say you're so pretty. I've never met you, but yes, you're super pretty.
I'm going to hold your card game hostage, and I'm not gonna pick.
It was the first day of
Because
school.
that's how we're playing this
Are you a
game.
teacher?
So
Yeah.
I'm not
I love that.
going to pick higher or lower because we're holding the game hostage while I go pay.
All right, everyone,
It's Kenneth.
raise your hands for Kenneth. Raise your hand for Kenneth.
He gets back
You
and
can't
he's
vote, so
Raise your hand for Kenneth. Raise your hand for Kenneth. We can at least get one vote in.
holy fuck.
Tyler, are you gonna vote Kenneth?
No.
I knew.
Boring.
You know, we're gonna go to a wheel.
Like
Brandon,
voting
can you play-
voting one person makes no sense. We're still wheeling.
Let's just do
Exactly.
it.
I know, but it
I don't know why you
decreases our
keep saying we're
chances.
just gonna go to a wheel. You wanted that.
I'll vote Kenneth. I'll vote you. Let's vote you. We can do it.
All right, everyone, raise your
Honestly,
hand for
like how y'all
Tyler.
like.
Everyone, raise
I
your hand
would
for Tyler.
I would rather someone be voted out that's not gonna be annoying next round. So
So half
annoying
the
in the
staff
sense
get
of
voted out?
like sure. Um annoying in the sense where it's just like never mind, we're not doing unanimous, whatever. And I mean, it's probably not going to be unanimous. Like, we're all going to do this, no one's going to win. We're all going to laugh about it, and that's going to be fine. But
Okay,
But did you see how that worked? How I held your card game hostage? That's what's been going
No,
on
I
for the
just
last
don't
4
like it
rounds.
when I am talked to without any dignity or respect. I'm being talked to like I'm a dog.
I don't think so. You threw out
You
bitches.
don't think so, but that's how I feel.
Okay, well, you threw out B word,
Feelings
and I
have to
did.
go at the door before you enter this. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna lay it to you straight.
Well, I also feel like your feelings can be valid, but also
Your feelings are
yeah,
valid. However, you can't throw out the word bitches
and expect
When
no kind of
everybody's
response.
attacking me and yelling at me,
You
yeah,
don't
We're
want to
all
be here.
getting yelled
You're
at.
saying
That's just
shit
kind of
like
how
I'm
You
it
don't want to
being
be
held
here.
hostage,
That's the
this
thing.
and
You
that.
don't want
You've
to
been
be
a
here.
downer, a Debbie Downer this whole game. So who has sympathy for that? Not me.
I think by using that logic, we're in the doghouse. Bark, bark. We're all getting yelled at.
Honestly, I am a bitch. I'll own
I
it.
mean, you think I'm a bitch?
Own it. Own it. Own it.
I am a bitch
mean,
and I
here's the
trust no
thing.
bitch.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna call me a bitch, put Miss Bad in front of it. Miss Bad Bitch, because that's what I am. If you think I'm a
I'm gonna
bitch,
tell
you're
that to
not
my students tomorrow.
I mean, Kate, did I
right.
directly call
I
you
know
a
that's
bitch?
right. You know what? Since it's going to a wheel, I will
Why does
publicly
wait? We still have time. Why does it have to go to a wheel? Why are we not fighting? To
We
because
have 1
because
minute.
Because it's pointless.
I
With
still
one
have it in.
person, we might as well
okay.
see what the fuck's happening.
I'm gonna laugh when Brandon wins this whole game over
I
a
still
wheel.
that's the thing. Well, there you go. You had the opportunity to vote him
Honestly,
out, honey, and you didn't. You were the one person who didn't.
No, actually, me
Yes,
and
you
her.
were.
Brandon
I'm
accountability.
gonna throw this out.
And I'm getting
Says
blamed
it with
for
his
it when I
whole
wasn't
chest.
the only.
I'm gonna
You're
throw
getting
this.
blamed for it because that's how it was.
I wasn't the only vote.
This is
I
like
just want to say, even though you guys don't suspect it, there's a lot of Brandonators out there. They're just not being vocal. I respect you guys too.
And I
do.
hope every single one of you go when the wheel comes to call your name, baby.
And we'll see.
all I have to say is like I want to vote someone out just so we could decrease our chance.
Too late for that one. You know, I don't know what I
Look at this
expected.
guy.
I,
He's
I, I
awesome.
warned
Such
you
an
that this was
easy.
very experimental. I didn't know how it was going to go, and it looks like I casted a bunch of stubborn people. So we are going to make the next 4 eliminations random. So I will go to the randomizer.
Well, if I go, you're all beautiful.
Yes. Love you all.
Legit.
It was
I'm
fun.
just like
If
vibes.
I
Whatever
go, I hate
happens.
all of you.
Regardless, it was a fun game,
Colleen, I
everyone.
love
And you
you.
also suck on Legos.
Wow.
I love all of y'all.
I hate all of you.
That's really
Okay.
unfortunate.
Well, fortunately, I've met you here, and I don't have to talk to
If
you
I
anymore.
go, I'm going out on a good note. So
Love you, kid.
I don't want to go. However,
Is someone just being removed? I can't. Like
no, 4 people are getting
The
removed. 4
wait, the
people are getting-
wait for it. The wait for it.
honestly, this was a game of random.org. I keep
That's true.
Listen,
Sake.
random wasn't my choice. Y'all knew what you had to do not to get to this point. So, that being said, I will start to remove people.
Just tell us.
No.
Literally.
Woo!
All right, bye, Brandon.
I before
High blood pressure.
before we get to the next vote, I want to warn you, if you do not eliminate 2 people in the next 30 minutes, the game is over and there will be no winner. Good luck.
Guys, please.
I'm
I
voting
promise
Brandon.
I'll be a good
Yes.
boy. I'll pick someone else. Like, we can't, like.
I will vote Brandon. Just at this point, what's the point, right? But who else? What do we do?
I'm gonna say this. I don't have any allies left. There's been a clear dynamic.
No, we haven't had
formed.
allies this whole game, okay?
There's been a you think
Give me
there's
a
been a clear dynamic form. I love you. By the way, Brandy, I do love you. There's been a clear dynamic between Alex and Brandy and Chris, and I think those three
That is so
have
off.
been talking in cahoots. And there's the quiet ones of Colleen and Jordan, and then Tyler has been all by himself for the past couple of rounds, trying to skaze by. And I think that I have wanted Alex out for a couple of rounds now, just because you came for me, nothing else. And
Alex, who do you want to vote?
That's all I'm gonna do.
I have my hand raised for Brandon.
Brandon and who though? We need 2 people and we can all
No,
raise our hands.
we need to vote them one at a time.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I think it would be
honestly,
known who the other person is based on the last
honestly,
discussion.
I do stand Brandon, but I feel like your time is now. I'm sorry.
Babe, Tyler, our connection. Like, I've never
I'm
played
sorry, I'm
reality
raising my hand.
multiverse.
You gotta
Like,
go.
this is my first RMV game. Like,
This is my first time too.
I'm gonna go with
Colleen, no, Miss Colleen, you cannot do this to me, Miss Moon. Like, no, because they already said you backed me up.
I'm gonna
Babe,
we don't win.
babe,
None of
you
us
got
win.
you got brought up last round saying that
Okay,
I'm
people
gonna go
raise
with
their hands. We don't got
Faith in
time
you,
for this.
Colleen.
no,
I'm gonna go
Colleen,
with
they're gonna
Brandon
get you
as
next
well.
round.
I'm gonna go with Brandon as well. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Jordan, you've said 5 words this entire game, babe. Like,
I've said more than 5 words.
7. Good game.
Wait,
Am I going?
Chris, are you voting
Wait,
Brandon?
Chris, can I say, thank you guys for having me. It was fun. I'm sorry I talked a lot. And
Oh, the hands are
It's okay. Oh.
Okay, but like
Okay, well, like
he was
not...
like a movie villain in this
Oh
game.
my
Honestly,
god, like there's like a whole weight lifted off my chest.
Honestly, I will say, like, devil's advocate, I do understand where he's coming from, like,
Me
in a lot of
too.
the sense. Like, I don't think he was at fault a lot of the time. Like, if we're targeting him, why would he not put it to a wheel, to be honest? Like, I feel like I would have done the same thing.
I would have done the same thing too.
I just think that like
I
when
find
we
it crazy though that like the 3 people just wouldn't vote for each other. Like that just leaves us at risk, and that was not fair.
That's why I was targeting Joe, because I thought Joe, it was the most weird. Like,
Right.
I understood.
Oh, for sure.
I
Absolutely.
understood Mac not
blue.
wanting to vote Brandon because Brandon just kept Mac in the game. And then obviously they're gonna have that connection. Joe just kind of flew in there and was like, "Hey, like I'm part of this."
Yeah, it was the same thing that people holding Brandon accountable for. Like that, yeah.
What were you saying?
But we have to vote out one more person.
Opportunistic. Joe felt like he was under the heat, and he saw they had a thing, and he was like, "How can I get my way in there?" Because
Right.
So.
Yeah. Who do you want to vote, Colleen?
If I had to say a name, like just because like I'm quiet, but I feel like Jordan has been quiet too. So,
I felt the same. I do feel the same.
but that's the only reason. That's my only reason. But
I feel like I get clocked for being quiet quite often in
oh
games.
yeah,
That's just who
same.
I am. So like it's hard. I try to come forward and like I mean I feel like I've spoken as when I need to. So like I mean
You
I
speak when spoken to, and like I'm sorry because I do love quiet ones, but
when
I
have I
just
been
wish
spoken to?
when people, yeah, when people have asked you questions, like maybe that was a way to say like get your voice in there.
I would also say that there is like a way and a need to interject, right? There's like a
But you
radical self-reliance. You got to like preserve and like put yourself out there. And I do think I've seen more of that from Colleen than I've seen from Jordan. And I know I felt like in the beginning I was really fighting for a time to speak, and you know, and I think other people saw, hey, she's trying to speak, and so they will help you. But if people don't see you actually making that initiative, then they're not going to do that for you.
Yeah, but I am making that initiative. It's not my fault if people don't see that. Like just throwing that out there as well. Like I mean
I
I've
think this is
got
like an opportunity for feedback, though, is what I'm saying.
right. Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
and I
raise
get
my
that. Constructive
hand.
feedback is great, but like I get that. Like I'm just saying like I've just because I've been quiet does not mean I'm sitting there like not wanting to be a part of the game. I mean, Colleen just has been as quiet just as much as I am. I mean, Chris, you've been quiet in the beginning as well. You got unspoken in the beginning.
Okay, we're not going to take what I just said and regurgitate it.
That's
So if we're going to
exactly
vote
what
for
she
Jordan,
found
I'm
out
going to
about
vote for
herself.
Jordan.
But
How
now
am I regurgitating that?
What I just said.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, we have to vote for somebody. I'm sorry, Jordan. Like I'm not to vote for you, but it's all up to the group as a whole, right? But I'm not. But that's where my vote's going.
hey, I've been Alex. I never voted for you. Tyler, I was voting with you.
I
Like,
think we're just waiting for Tyler because Alex and Krista both said they would.
I hate this, but
I don't know that like I hate it because
It's
I
just
feel like
you, Tyler.
I know. I just feel like me and Jordan were on like the same page, like mentally. Like I don't know. It sucks, but I we need to get rid of someone. I'm sorry, Jordan.
tragic. Well, I mean, we're technically done for
Wow.
this round, unless
That
you
was
don't want. But
this whole game has been intense, guys.
Yeah, it has for sure. We
Yeah.
came in here not knowing what kind of game it was gonna be. Like we're literally little like testing experiments Michael has put in the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said
And it
this.
was all on
oh,
us, and we survived through what 4 weeks?
okay,
3 wheels.
so I will say, so he said we could eliminate more people. I'm kind of pro like we just don't and see what the next round is, but I don't know if other people want to eliminate more people.
I would be fine
Well,
to
we got
write
rid of
it
2.
out for
I'm
now,
down either
but
way. Either way, I'll go with whatever the majority wants.
Because we don't have a wheel anymore. So like we eliminated our 2, we don't have a wheel this round. I don't know. Like I
So
guess
how would it go? So we would just eliminate until one person standing?
Maybe.
I feel like realistically, mathematically, the only way that the game could work out would be if there's 2 people at the end, because 2 people cannot unanimously agree to vote the other out unless someone just jumps and says, okay, you can have the win.
Maybe it's a drag.
Oh.
Oh, I hate that
We
right
don't
at
know.
the
We
end.
don't know. Maybe we do have one more wheel. I don't know. Who knows, right?
And when it's a unanimous jury vote. Can you imagine people fighting in a jury house over who they want and don't want to win?
There's no jury. Look at them. Where are they?
Oh
We
my
don't know.
god. Yeah, I don't think there's a
We
jury.
don't know. We don't know what they're
I guess
plotting.
Concordant.
Do we like get another half an hour to like figure out?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Like-
He should be coming on anytime, or we have time to.
well, I think we still have the full 30. I don't know. Can we like mutually
How much
agree
time
to
we got, Krista?
Well, I thought Michael was going to come on, so I'm so sorry, but I stopped the time because I
Okay.
thought after we
I'll come on because it's
sorry.
honestly
I thought that was
we
the
haven't
next game.
we haven't gotten to the point where there's no wheel. And I kind of do want to leave it in y'all's hands a little bit. I'm going to foreshadow the finals, though, for you. We're going to get to the point where there are 3 players left and things are going to change a little bit. So, honestly, it's up to you guys how you want to do that. I recommend getting down to 3. How about that? And I can start another 30-minute timer.
Holy fuck.
So then we boot 2 more people?
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
And then if not, it's gonna be a wheel?
It really just comes down to whether y'all just want to sit here for 24 minutes and do nothing. But that's what's the next thing
Yes,
is going to be
there's
voting on
still
2
a wheel.
people.
Yeah, there's still a fucking
So,
wheel.
like,
Honestly, I
there's
think we
No,
should
no,
just...
no, no. Don't get me wrong. The game will end if you guys don't decide. You need to get rid of 2 people. And I say we just start the next 30 minutes and start that now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of agree. Like, there's no point in sitting for 24 minutes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to restart the timer. 30 minutes. Eliminate 2 people,
Wait.
or the game will end and nobody wins. Good luck.
Holy fuck.
Okay. Oh damn.
Well,
That's hard at this point. It's hard in
Well,
the game, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, uh, it's
I
shitty to
don't know
like.
if like, yeah, like who's on the same page with me, but somebody has to be.
I feel like I've been pretty on the same page with you for a while, Brandy. I'm not gonna lie.
honestly, me too.
But I feel like every time that, so here's how I see it. I feel like for me personally, it's just in the grand scheme of the game. When I look at how everyone went through the game,
Yeah.
it's like I could resonate with reasonings that Krista was making. I could resonate with targets that Brandy had. I could resonate with some of the diplomacy that Tyler had. And I respect that Colleen was playing to help us get through this. But just for me, as like who
Yeah.
I'm imagining myself as like a juror, and I'm just like, whose games do I resonate with? I would resonate the least with Colleen, which would be a reason for me to vote her out right now. But people don't have to agree with me. I mean, ideally they would.
I do love Colleen. I love you, Colleen.
Yeah, I know.
But just in this game at this point, I do feel the same.
But like, do you want to have somebody like you could win more against at the end, or like stronger people that are like at the
I don't-
same mindset as you, then like have
Well, I
those
don't think
people
there's a
that
jury. I think it's just going to come down to whatever happens, and I'm ready to roll with it as I've been.
yeah.
I
But,
I
like-
do feel like all 4 of us have fought a little bit harder.
I'm gonna like I guess like I do agree with this to a degree. And then I know, we get to 4, we figure out what happens then. But I'm also like, I feel like it's in the back of all of our minds of like what happens, after Colleen
Yeah.
goes, kinda.
Yeah,
So
because I feel like all 4 of you, have had each other's back throughout this whole game, and I kind of have like just been going with the whole group as a whole, like the whole time. But then what's gonna really happen when I'm gone, and then there's only 4 of you?
I
I
think
just
that
feel like you guys. I just feel like
Well,
you
we
guys are
have to
going
get
for
rid
the
of 2
easy.
people or the game ends with
Yeah.
no winner. But
That's true.
I mean, for me, it's like hard to argue like what alliances there would be, for example. I don't know
Yeah.
Brandy, I don't know Krista. I've met them in this game. Like
I know
I've
it's
known
my
of
first time
Tyler.
meeting you.
Yeah. I've known of Tyler, and so it's like I don't think any of that really factored in people's decision making. So I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
really think that there were any like, well, there was a clear-cut alliance that is now out, but I feel like there's been so much.
Oh, I never said
Unison.
like there was an alliance. I just always felt like you guys
Right.
were always on like the same page. Is all. That's not what
I see what you're saying.
I'm sure everyone has an idea who they would vote out if
But like if you
there
guys,
you go.
it's a game. If you guys want to vote me, it's all right. But I really don't want to go right now. I feel like, but I don't want to throw any other names out either. So because I'm not that.
I don't know, like for me, like I understand what you're saying, Colleen, but I feel like if you want to like stay this vote, it's almost like you're up against a wall. Like I feel like you have to kind of throw a name. And I don't want to put that pressure on you, but I feel like that's kind of like the position you're in,
Yeah. Well, if I had to say a name, like I would have to say Alex, just because I feel like he had said my name before, and I feel like
Fair.
his opinion is very strong. And when a lot of people hear his opinion, a lot of people agree with it, and I feel like that's what's happening again. Like he said my name, and then like all of you are jumping on his opinion and like agreeing with it, and that's just my seeing.
I would argue that while Brandy has openly voiced her opinion, Krista's not commented on this, so I wouldn't immediately assume that she instantly agreed, but I don't want to speak for her.
No, I think that
Yeah,
in
what
the
do you guys
last
want to do?
I think in the last deliberation when we were talking about you and Jordan, I brought you up at that time. I think that there was more pressure on Jordan because there was a little bit less of an initiative. I have seen you throughout, like what Alex was saying, resonate. I have resonated with some of the things that you've said and done in the game because it was really clear that you cared. But I think that in a lineup of what I'm looking at right now, I do agree with that, but that is something I feel like I have been kind of putting out there for a little bit now.
Yeah, I understand everybody's opinions, it all comes down to y'all, right? I'm only one person, so I could give my
We're all one
opinion.
person,
So like,
and I love you.
and then like the next round, one of y'all are gonna go and yeah.
I'm just gonna raise my hand.
I'm gonna raise my hand too. I'm sorry, Colleen. Great.
It's a hand, it's a sad hand.
I keep forgetting to lower it, guys.
So what now?
That was really funny. Like when people were arguing, you had your hand raised while people were not coming to a
Yeah, like
conclusion.
fuck.
But I was a little confused about that first because I was like, oh, should I use the hand raised to speak or should I use a different emoji?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing because usually that's what I do when everyone's talking over each other. I just used a little hand raise emoji, but I was like, this is not appropriate for that.
I need to open a vape. I'm sorry for the rattle, but I'm stressing. I am stressing.
I mean, I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna like voice my opinion here. Personally, I felt like I was on the same wavelength this game more with Alex and Brandy than I was with you, Krista. I think Alex early on, like his name got brought up, I said I would not do that. Like I was the first person to say I wouldn't do that, even if the consensus was doing that. And then Brandy, I just kind of agreed with a lot of what she was saying throughout the game. So that's my stance right now. Again, I'm open to other discussions, but as of right now, I feel like if I'm just going off who I was, connecting with on a game level specifically, like I felt like that's where my opinion would go.
Yeah, I definitely think in the beginning, so this is only my third game of this, and this is my first mini. And I can be a bit of a different type. I played my last game with Brandy, and so I didn't need to be the leader. I feel like Alex really took the position of in that large group setting of being the leader. And I do feel like there was some synergy between the three of you. But I really feel like like I said previously to someone else, I didn't want to get lost in the background. And I also didn't want to, I didn't need to reassert a leader when there was already a clear leader. But I feel like I made some pretty on point game moves in the game. I feel like a lot of the things that I said led to something that brought a resolution. So, or like brought, some kind of climax or whatever. So yeah, I feel like you guys did have some synergy going, but I definitely see all of you guys kind of individually in a way, even though I don't see you guys as some kind of like alliance, but yeah, I do see some synergy there, so I'm not surprised, but I feel like in terms of contribution, I'd say mine were bold.
I do agree.
I think everyone left here contributed, so now it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like,
I don't know. I figured I would state my piece initially. I wasn't saying that necessarily that's where my vote was going. I was just kind of like trying to get the conversation flowing a little bit. But I do agree with everything you said, like for sure. Like I do think we all contributed to.
I know we never really got to introduce a game, so maybe if any of our fallen players are watching, they're gonna be like rolling in their grave, fucking pissed off as fuck. But maybe we can play a game. Not that I'm coming with a game suggestion, but you know, I just know that that was something that was previously welcomed by the class. So.
And who would you want to do, Krista?
I think if I'm still trying to like stay true to the group ethos that I feel like I've been trying to rely back to as like a thesis. I feel like Tyler and Brandy, you guys both were really contributing for the sake of not just yourselves, but other people. Like I mentioned earlier, when I felt like I wasn't being heard, you really did make sure that I got pulled into the conversation because you were already asserting yourself as a leader. And so as a good leader and somebody who is looking out for the group, making sure that you are letting people in is really important to me. And I think, Tyler, you were bringing in a voice of reason that wasn't so much the devil's advocate. And I feel like that voice of reason was coming from a really like grounded place a lot of the time. That doesn't mean I'm trying to target you, Alex, but I do think that like your leadership style is probably similar to mine. So like game recognizes game, and I just took a different strategy this game. But you know, you're direct, you're forward, you know, you're very blunt. And I think that a lot of what was happening maybe in the beginning of the game, while those players are not here, you were directing and facilitating all of those conversations. So I would say that my vote would probably be for Alex if we're thinking about group things.
Yeah, so since it's still unanimous, Tyler, would you go that way?
Are you saying Alex?
Would you?
I mean, like,
I think-
I guess I understand. Like, I want to hear everyone's kind of pitch because I feel like me and Krista have said a lot. I feel like everyone should kind of give like their little plea. I don't think it should be put necessarily on like because Alex hasn't really said a lot either this round. So I kind of want to
Yeah, I
hear
mean-
like a rebuttal to that, and just to be fair, you know.
I mean, I will say in terms of like the leadership style, I don't play minis a lot, but when I do, it's generally relatively unserious. And I feel like I'm someone when I experience a vibe kill and people just being like really behaving a certain way that I don't like, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna match the energy because they're gonna see exactly what happens. But way back when this whole thing with Max started, I was just like, Sky threw Max name out, a couple other people said Max name, and it was just like in an effort to say, we all want to avoid the wheel, right? So why don't we just do that? And that's when Brendan decided to say, nope. And then later we were like, oh, so we're all going to do Brandon for disagreeing. But I feel like Kenneth also spoke up about that. I feel like Santi also spoke up about that. So I'm like, cool, let's do Brandon. That's when Joe decided to contribute himself to the whole conversation. I feel like most of the arguments after the fact were like the Brandon and Kenneth of it all, and everyone just kind of messing around. I feel like I just kind of tried to speak my piece in a last-ditch effort to be like, we all kind of want to avoid the wheel, right? Not
Right.
really much in a way where it's like, I'm trying to target this person, I'm trying to target this person. It's just like,
That's
in
what
my
I was
mind.
doing, you know, like we all had to just agree.
Exactly. And so, I do understand that it comes off in a certain type of way in leadership. I wasn't trying to shut anyone down. If I did that, I am sorry. I do think that there were times where I tried to lose the tension a little bit, and I tried to ask Brandon for his opinion and be like, so if you and Joe are trying to hold this hostage, what's your suggestion? Brandon's like, I'm just gonna vote for Alex. And I'm just like, great talk. So there were efforts from
And see,
my
and that's the thing is like I do feel like I'm on the same page with all y'all this whole game. I feel like I wanted to hear Tyler, Alex, and Krista all be included in our group vote, but at this point I just feel like we probably don't have much time, but And
I
it's
mean,
hard because we all
Bre-
played, we all fought. That's the whole
Mhm.
thing. It's hard. 15 minutes.
We can still
Um,
play a game.
yeah, it's
Are-
hard. So it's a hard decision right now. It is.
I mean, so I guess not to like put heat on you, but I guess like before Alex talked, like it kind of it like I don't know if I'm reading the room wrong, but it was kind of like, are you willing to do Alex? Was kind of like the impression I got. So like, are you still in that mindset or Brandy? Sorry, I don't know. I didn't.
Kind of, but like it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. In my gut, that's how I feel.
Does it have to do with the fact that you and Krista know each other? Not to make it about
No,
that, but I
not
just
at all.
want to ask because I
No,
think
it's
that's a
just
fair
because
statement to
honestly,
make.
she just kept jumping
I
in when
mean,
like nobody could
she
talk,
can
and it was just
definitely
getting too loud.
verify. I played this game so different.
I
I
never
played my
once.
last
I didn't
game
even get
like
along with her.
you and like Brandon. I was definitely awarded villain. So I play this game very differently. I didn't need to be the leader, and I'm just recognizing Brandy's efforts in this way. And I'm just responding to that. Maybe, I'm just a different person. So I'm just going to respond to different strategies or techniques, differently. I do think it is a little interesting. I feel like Tyler is trying to like be really specific about asking both Alex and Brandy to like make a pitch both for yourself and also then who you'd like to vote. And you both are being very coy about it. So
Oh,
I'd like to,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. I thought that when I was rebuttaling, okay, maybe I shouldn't assume so much, but I was just like, I was kind of on Tyler's wavelength where I was just like, I know that Tyler has had my back in the past. Like when half the game tried to vote me out, and then it was just like, wait a second, Jordan and Tyler were like, actually, never mind. And I think that Brandy and I were kind of part of the same arguments at times. And so for me, it was just like the road of the game has lined up for me with like how I interact with other people more so with them than it would be with you. And so that would have been my personal perspective. I know that it sounds super like, oh my God, I said your name, so I'm gonna say yours. But I think you would get where I'm coming from when you remember the arguments with Brandon and with Mac and with Joe. Yeah, kind of.
Honestly, and like when I said it, I was more so saying like if I was on the receiving end where like me and you talked, and then when me and Brandy kind of had our little like discussion, like Alex didn't really say anything. So I would just like if I'm on the receiving end, I would want that time to at least, say why I should not go home. I will say like I do think I wanna vote Krista here, to be honest. Um but it's honestly, I think you're a great talker, and I do think you kind of piss the least people off if it is a jury vote, and that's kind of where my perspective is.
I pissed
I mean,
everybody off.
yeah. I don't know if I didn't piss anyone off. I'm sure Blake's still pretty pissed at me. But I kind of understand maybe where you're coming from, Alex. Obviously, like when Tyler first brought up his points, I said that there was a clear synergy between the three of you. But I think that, then to make the game pitch about the three of you guys going, then makes it about like you guys creating an alliance. And that is kind of how it feels like what we worked against in these previous rounds. And so when I said I picked Tyler and Brandy, and then my vote is for you, and I gave my reasons for why both of you, and then why not for you, that was coming from that collectivist mentality. So I think it's just a little bit interesting that now all of a sudden it's a clear alliance just because you guys have that vibe. So
I mean, I don't think it's a clear alliance in my opinion because
No, I no.
Well, I think
I
it comes
never
from the pitch of where that's how I'm kind of receiving Alex's pitch of like, well, I've been playing the game with them. They had my back, and I totally understand that. And you guys were clearly asserting yourselves as leaders, and so yeah, you're gonna have your backs in that way when you guys are coming under heat. But that's why I'm saying like, my pitch has nothing to do with that, so it's hard to now have any kind of rebuttal. So I'm just pointing out that there is a bit of a switching of the mentality in this last round with 11 minutes remaining.
Well, like the only thing that would switch me is like Tyler did say, like, you did piss the least amount of people off. Like, you are the most friendliest and the most fucking kind-hearted person ever. But and like, I don't know, I guess the only other thing would be like,
I was very clear
when
with how
was
I
going-
felt. I mean, when I told Michaela she was being messy
yeah,
and
but so
just
like
lying,
that's the thing though, when I was going off on Michaela and like she was talking about her feelings, and it's like, honestly, you do need to leave those at the door. Like, I sympathized with Colleen when she was actually having those emotions, but Michaela was just being a fucking straight up bitch. Like, suck it up,
I
Buttercup.
don't disagree. I think that she was taking it too far for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there was a lack of over dramatization, which is why I was very clear every time there was like, so now who? And I'm like, well, I'm back. I still said what I said about Michaela, so I'm back on that shit. So I don't disagree with you. And, you know, I understand where you're coming from. And, you know, I was saying the same thing, just in a different way, different font, you know, so I just tried a different
You're a
way.
nice bitch, and I'm a mean bitch.
I just tried a different way. I can just, you know, it's just shocking to me. I play the game. I always get to the end. And if I'm the villain, they vote me out. If I get to the end and I'm fucking nice, they're like, get that bitch out too. So if you guys all end up voting me out, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Honestly,
No, I just wanna-
I do love your energy. Like, genuinely, like
I know I do, and it's so
think you're
hard,
great.
but I guess if
I'm
that's the
gonna vote for
consensus.
Krista
I don't
here.
want to go to a wheel. I really don't.
I'm
if
gonna
that's
vote
the
for
way we're
Krista.
going.
I'm sorry.
I
I
just
love
want to
you.
like underline that I understand like the confusion about the switch up, but I think when there's 4 people left, you kind of have to, at least me, I'm the type of person that kind of starts to nitpick because I'm just like, within 2 hours, you can't really say you like or dislike someone more or less, minus the people that you obviously don't like. So it's kind of just slim picking.
Or perhaps it's
for me.
very clear. Or you did make it. You know what? Actually, I got one last pitch. You mentioned that me and Brandy know each other from a previous game. What if you're just trying to make sure that Brandy and I are clearly separate, so that way you can then make, you know, some kind of play after I'm gone? How about that?
I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm just gonna lock
I
it
mean, I
in so
obviously don't know
Brandy
what
can
they're gonna tell us to do here.
unrace.
I don't know what he's gonna say. He's
I
making
don't
this
really
game
know
up
what's
too.
gonna happen there.
Krista, I hope we play together. Oh, she's gone. She's gone.
Not me
Oh.
being like, okay,
Congratulations,
thanks
final
for-
3. I want to say a couple things before we move forward with what's about to happen.
Oh my god, can I
First
go
and
pee for a
foremost,
second?
okay, I was about to
Sorry.
compliment you, but go. I'll do it in a second.
I keep my headphones on so you can keep talking. I'll hear
Okay,
you.
all right.
Thank you.
Well, I was just gonna say that I really love this final 3. I really loved this entire cast. I know, like, it was very frustrating at the start. I didn't know how this game was gonna go. I did tell everyone this was like extremely experimental, but I really like it, and I would love to do another one at some point
Oh
because
my god!
it was crazy, and I've had a lot of fun watching. And I'm glad that we finally came to some decisions here at the end. And again, a great final 3, great gameplay all the way up to this point. Thank you to everyone who came and played. I felt so mean just like kicking people out, but it was also kind of iconic. Shout out to the Twitch chat. I just want to say we got a raid from Atreides. I didn't get to thank him or them earlier, and I apologize for that. But really appreciate you guys checking out the stream. Yeah, I guess we'll get into the next part whenever Alex gets back.
I have no more wine left, so I guess I'll sip my water.
What about like tequila? You got tequila?
I don't do shots. I can't. I cannot do shots unless it's like fuck porn star White Freezy. Fucking.
How are you
Horchata.
how are you friends with Sam and you don't do shots?
Sam is wild. Sam is fucking wild. She can. Oh, ooh, no, thank you.
Sam
I've been there
came
when
to
I was 19. I can't.
when Sam came to visit me, it was like a shot every like 2 seconds.
I know. I wish I was able to come, but my son was at home with the puppy, and I'm like, I can't just leave him the last minute. She asked me the
All
day
right.
of. Okay.
Okay, so do you all know how to private message on Zoom? Because you're gonna private message me something.
Oh Lord.
Let me explain everything before you do it.
Okay, got it.
Each of you are gonna make a decision. you're going to be voting if you would rather, and actually, yeah, if you could go ahead and mute, because there shouldn't be any talking about this. We're just going to go to the vote. You're going to be voting whether you want this game to end with one winner or two winners. But the catch is, if there are two winners, all three of you must agree. If two of you say two winners and one person says one winner, there's going to be one winner. Understood?
Wait, sorry. No. Can you repeat?
Okay. You're choosing if this game is going to end with one winner or two winners. That's your vote. You're going to send me, do you want it to end with two or want it to end with one? If everybody says two, we'll end with two. But if one person says one, we're going to end with one. And also, I'll note there's still a chance of zero.
Chance is zero. Holy fuck.
So with two winners, are you saying like do we know what happens at three? Like, or we just
You'll find out after you vote. Because this vote will determine what happens. Okay. I'll go ahead and tell you what would have happened for both of them. If you guys voted for one winner, you would have had to, I would have put 10 minutes on the clock, and you all would have to agree on who was going to win the game, or nobody would win. If you pick two winners, you'd basically be voting one person out, and the last two would win the game. Let's one by one say what we voted for, starting with Alex.
I'm in my miscongeniality era, so I voted for two.
Brandy
I voted two winners.
and Tyler.
I voted two as well.
All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock. At the end of 10 minutes, y'all are going to vote one person out. The last two people will win Concordant. If you let the clock run out of 10 minutes, all three of you will lose.
Is there going to be a timer? Can you let us know at like 2 minutes?
I notoriously, like, it's kind of like my style not to let you know.
Wait, can you tell me when you're starting the time? I got you.
I'll tell you when I start.
Okay.
All right, are we all good? We understand we're voting somebody out. Last two win. All right, timer starts now.
So I'm just
What a
going to say
lovely time.
straight up, I've been wanting to go to final two with Tyler since I saw him in this game. So that's my pitch.
Oh my god.
Fair. I can't make that same claim because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen or if I was even going to get to this point. So
Honestly, I'm not gonna like bullshit. I also want to go to final two with Brandy.
I love you, Alex. It's my first time meeting you, and I love meeting new people. That's why I came into this. So I don't know,
Yeah.
blatantly being said, like it's nothing against you because you're awesome.
There was a part of me that was wondering if I should have put up a fight because controversially, I feel like a win doesn't mean very much to me anymore. I'm just happy for the experience. So I was just like, oh my god, if we could have ended the game earlier, that would have been great because if everyone was able to win, fine. Like I came into this game expecting something completely different. I was just like, let me just be a dumb motherfucker and screw people over and laugh about it. But apparently this really was a game about bonding. And so
I honestly I do think the format was good, but also I think there needs to be some like quirks where like I don't know, like I feel like it's a hot mess. It was a hot mess.
It's a lot.
Not too much on me now. Let's get to the vote.
All
it
things
wasn't
considered,
too much on...
I'm teasing, I know.
fine for both of you to win. I'm not gonna be mad. I think that both of you make great winners, so get your dub. It's not like I would have been really able to say anything else.
Yeah. I guess I could vote now, but I hope to see you again. I do.
We'll see. I do these once every blue moon because it was a convenient day. because I picked up 3 hours of overtime at work in an hour, and then I'm gonna go to bed after that.
That's awesome.
So I was just
See,
like,
and
how do I?
I never play during the week anymore because I get up so early. Like right now it's 11 o'clock and I'm up at 4:45 in the morning. I get weekends off, but I figured, you know what? It's a brand new format. Like I want to try it. So that's why I'm here. And that's why I fought so hard, because fuck this shit. I'm not staying up late for work.
I know.
Period.
I've never played this like mini series. I never play minis usually in general. Like the only minis I've played recently are Hellscape, and that's probably in the last like 2-3 years. Like I don't play minis, so
Yeah, I don't know when the last time was that I really played a proper game like this. But it's fine. It's a mini. I'll take the L and suck it to the other 18 people that lost before me.
Fuck them. Fuck them. We got
Bye.
Bye.
I think I'm gonna get kicked. Or not.
I'm gonna lower my hand.
Well, congratulations, Tyler and Brandy. You guys have
Holy
won
shit.
Concordant. Really impressive run, both of you guys. Thank you for coming and doing this crazy thing with me. Yeah, that's really it. I think I'm gonna invite everyone else back in here if they want to come back. I don't know. Y'all might just scream some more. But for now, Chase, if you want to go ahead and end the stream, you're more than welcome to.
It was a Hellscape takeover.
It was awesome. I think the fate landed in the wheel, really.